Good morning, afternoon, or evening, Rando fans. Today is our weekly Super Metroid Link to the Past Randomizer combo weekly race, obviously. I am Semper Firedog, and I'm joined by Captain MD13. How are you doing, Captain?
I'm doing pretty good. It is Sunday afternoon, and today we got a good one for you today. We've got on stream, we have Asder, Aussie 101, and 64-bit Link, and we are playing a hard mode seed for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, the hard mode logic only applies to some of the Super Metroid tricks that are required to complete the seed. Things like continuous wall jump and certain shine sparks and a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. Hell runs, lava dives, things like that. It doesn't apply to anything inside of the Link to the Past universe.
Yeah, one of the more common tricks we've been seeing lately is Suitless Meridia. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a repeat of that.
Are there any particular things you're looking forward to see on today's race, Captain?
I want to see a good race, especially since we have an all-star cast lined up today. But I would say maybe an Agaped seed just to add fuel to the fire. But it looks like we are off.
As you see, all the runners start in Super Metroid. It's to allow them to tweak the controls in the game, in the Super Metroid game, so they can be to their most comfort because it has different settings you can set. Most of the time, the three runners, or four runners usually, but the runners will go straight to the Link to the Past, as you can see all of them are doing. There's four portals in between Link to the Past and Super Metroid that link the games together. That is the first one you come across, and they usually go check the item on Mikilia Island, which is a heart container today.
Yeah, in the hard logic, there are two items available in Super Metroid, one being the Vanilla Morph Ball, the other being the,
Is that an energy tank in the ceiling there?
The ceiling E-tank, that's right. We have 50 rupees in Link's house, and missiles in the Sanctuary. No Light World map check yet. We've got 64-bit Link going straight from Lake Hylia to the castle.
Nassi's going to the store owner outside of his house to buy bombs, and the tier 0?
That is 3.
Did he kill something?
I think so, because in the combo rando, the tree pulls default to the upper tiers.
Ah, okay, gotcha. So the tier 3 is a full magic decanter, which is useful, but not right now.
Just a big 20 on our uncle. We just literally robbed the guy.
I mean, he's already injured, so it's not really much more you need to do. And there's some bombs and another bomb. That was a good lucky bomb drop for 64. Aussie's down in the South Shore checks already, doing the dam. I did not see what was in the Thieves' Hut. And
taking a quick look at my playback, but it wasn't anything particularly important. It was a bomb cap upgrade.
It's in this 5 bomb capacity upgrade, also with the mushrooms.
So the woods of extra bombs. Good to know.
Yeah. You know, it's great if it gave you the bombs that capacity increased of, but instead it's just hey, you can carry more, but we're not going to give you. The dam's got a heart container in the flooded area, or the drained area, however you want to go about it.
The swamped heart. All right, we've got Asder doing the CAC checks. Decides to go for the tavern first.
Spazer!
Ooh, now that's a good beam to get early. If you had to get a first beam, Spazer would be a good choice.
One piece of the Quispy puzzle. We got power bombs on the lumberjack ledge. I don't think we're going to be coming back for that today.
Don't think so.
Aussie doing bomb strats to take out the mini Moldorms and mini Moldorm cave, one of my favorite caves in the light world. With the fire rod, an energy tank, flippers, oh boy, hype, the bow, and the green rupee. Oh my.
Wow.
What a loaded cave that.
Yeah, getting flippers this early is really useful. That's an early waterfall fairy check.
I saw a green pendant on Eastern Vanilla, and then I think it was crystals on, both blue crystals on Desert and Terra, or Tower of Hera, not Terra.
Alright, I'll take a quick look at the playback here. Because admittedly, I blinked and I literally saw the map and missed it.
Also want to give a brief shout out to our tracker Ike here today, doing his hard work clicking the buttons behind the scenes. We have a glove in the bottom of the well and plasma in the bottom of the well as well. So Spazer didn't last very long.
No, and the funny is that they were both in Kakariko.
The man under the bridge has 5 missiles, planning on creating some havoc later on. I keep looking at the bottom right stream, seeing Ganon's foot, wondering what's going on there. And in Blind's hut, we have the Titan's mitts, a piece of heart, 20 rupees, an energy tank. Oh my god, we got Titan's mitt already?
The Stackerico Village play has been a rather repeat occurrence as of the last few days.
And Aussie's doing his patented Kakariko skill. Finding nothing but trash.
Oh boy. Well, as they're going straight for back of escape. Makes sense. Realizing he has Titan's mitts.
They're so into the race, you're not used to having something that's so powerful.
Yeah, now unfortunately, despite having that early fire rod and the bow, that does not put the Armos Knights into logic should the big key not be vanilla, as we are running on version 29 of the logic. Therefore, we do not have the updated dark room mentality, where certain rooms that have torches can be lit with fire rod and act as an alternative light source.
I was actually looking forward to seeing Spazer Beam for a little bit today, but those hopes went right out the window.
The seed just went, lol, no.
Now we've got Aussie's the only one who's going to get a new check here at the Ice Rod Cave. Could be Ice Beam Cave today. Who knows?
I was about to say, now that you've said that, you know Ice Beam's going to be in here, right?
That would be awesome. Oh, it's the Morph Ball!
Well, it's not Ice Beam, but that's definitely better.
That's required. Is that our first bottle bender check?
I think it was, actually.
He's just got missiles. Definitely gives the runners plenty of options for exploration at this point. They can, explore a lot of areas at this point.
Yeah, Aussie is really desperate to avoid Kakariko Village. I can understand why. He's waiting for a bottle and ideally bottle and flute, just to get it all out of the way at once. And he's got bow. He's not going to have any issues with the Eastern Dark Room. He could full clear Eastern, no problem.
Easily. What was that? I don't know what was
I'm going to have to see that on the playback.
It's definitely something meme-worthy.
Yeah.
And it does look like Aussie is going to go into Eastern. I mean, it is a green pendant, so it does provide that extra item.
I guess it was just a facial expression.
Those are always the best.
Oh, I missed what was in the library.
It looked like it might have been bombs, like morph ball bombs.
I'm going to take a quick look on the playback.
It was an E-tank. Okay, thanks, Chad. Gloves were in, what, the well and Thieves' Blinds?
Yeah. And it was an E-tank in the library.
64-bit Link doing the race game without checking it first. Getting super missiles, definitely worth it.
Yeah, early game, especially since no sign of charge beam, you definitely want to pick up ammunition.
Yes, indeed.
Now, even in the hard logic, charge beam is still required by logic to finish Super Metroid. The reason being is because Ridley and Mother Brain do not drop ammunition, therefore you could soft lock if you do not have charge beam, which is the only other method of damaging them. You've seen our first item in Eastern Palace, and that is a heart piece with the big key being in the first chest.
Thank you, I was about to say I did not see what was in the first chest, but apparently you did, so appreciate the help there.
No worries.
Asder's heading over to get his morph ball.
Yeah, you do not want to skip out Ice Rod Cave this time.
One of those times where the one-off checks are going to pay off. At least one of them.
And there's our map, so let me think. There is a chance that there may not be an item on Armos Nights. Depends on how the big chest plays out.
Okay, so I believe the next one could still be both one of the items or the other.
Yeah, it's 50-50 right now, and Aussie is going for Armos Nights.
I can't say I blame him, because if it is the item, he only has to come back here once, and he gets to have the green pendant as well, and he's right here, so he gets to turn.
Indeed. Now, to answer question, chat, nobody has Zora money. So
Not even close. And no, we know what? We didn't see a single Houlihan glitch this game.
that is very true. That's a particularly common play that you see at least one runner do. Ooh, Aussie took a KO in the dark room. That's not something I was expecting.
Asdra's going out of logic to head up the mountain.
Now, one thing that is kind of making this a bit of a headache for Aussie is that he doesn't have magic to launch the to fire off his fire rod. I just realized what I said.
I don't think you were trying to be punny there.
No, I wasn't trying. I just realized what I said at the last second.
And I don't believe there's any magic drops anywhere near Eastern Palace unless you get lucky from a mob or enemy, whatever you want to call it. Hey, look, right there.
Ask it, thee shall receive.
I don't think that's enough to fire off a shot. I don't know if one
It's
little
enough.
one is enough. Is it? I mean,
because one small container is 1/8, and you need 1/8 of a tank to fire off a shot.
that should help out this next check then. If he doesn't miss. Which he knows exactly where the torch is anyway, so.
Yeah, he's practiced in V31, so.
There it is.
Much better. And there's an extra magic drop.
It's always. I think there's one always underneath that model there.
Oh, I just realized, Aster sequence broke Death Mountain. We completely missed that. I didn't even see what was on the old man.
I didn't see what was on old either, but there was a big 20 inside of Spec Rock, but I did not see what was on top.
That was 10 sticks. That I did see.
Trash and trash.
Just trash at Croc Escape, too. Hard piece, hard container. Let's see what's in the high jump.
Come on, high jump. Yeah.
Yep. And Asder decides, nope, I don't need any of that stuff, and is going to reset to the ship. And with Morph Ball...
Yes, wait a minute.
I'm sorry, you first. I interrupted you.
Oh, I think I interrupted you, so go ahead.
Well, Aster, with Morph Ball and with Morph Ball, can now do a lot of checks in, some checks in Brinstar, not a lot of power bombs to play with. Aussie, meanwhile, has taken out the Armos Knights, but it was a compass on the Armos Knights, meaning there is something in the vanilla big key chest, but Aussie decides to leave it behind and go turn in that green pendant.
To be fair, Asder doesn't have any power bombs at all, so there's no bombing anything.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. And we just get a tunic on Sahasrara, which is certainly something you're not going to say no to this early.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it definitely, gives you far greater survivability. And then Aussie's going to head over to Stacker.
Yeah, it pretty much has to at this point. Aster did a nice Alcatraz escape getting out of Bomb Terizo, but is now heading back to A Link to the Past.
No, he didn't go down to Retro Bryn at all. I'm guessing he's looking for some kind of bomb to do some work.
Makes sense, although he's got to be careful. He's down to half a heart.
That just begs the question, where is our Moon Pearl?
Begs the question, where is there an explosive?
I mean, there's one on the lumberjack ledge.
True, but even then, we still can't even try and access that yet. We need boots.
Boots in a swordless Aga 1 fight? I don't think that's gonna happen.
Doubt it. Yeah, we have not seen any power bombs other than that one on Lumberjack Ledge, which is not particularly common.
No, usually you have at least one set by this point. There's definitely, as chat says, the front of escape is open. With the bow fire rod, you have weapons to get down there and kill everything you need to. You can go into Retro Bryn, check a couple things there. I mean, they're starting to run out of places to go.
Yeah, we need to see something soon.
Ozzy's going to be kicking himself when he gets all these goodies here.
I don't think so, because honestly, the equipment that he is going to pick up here is nice, but it's not going to be anything that would have helped him in Eastern, to be fair.
That's true. And he hasn't done much exploring in Super Metroid yet, so he hasn't needed a beam yet.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get Spazer and Plasma here and realize, oh, wait. Yeah, that's a bit of a troll.
I think these seeds are just designed to be trolly as of late.
Well, given that we have the A Link to the Past Rando qualifiers in progress right now, that's just to be expected.
Link had full bombs, but had to go pick up that 8-bomb pick up anyway.
And
chicken clip? Oh, we got a chicken clip. Maybe? I thought you got a chicken clip. There it is.
I don't think 64-bit Link went into Eastern Palace yet. Asder, Aussie skipped the vanilla big key chest. Asder, we'll see if he goes for it.
$64-bit Link headed over to Ice Rod Cave to get his moon bow as well, so then everybody will have Morph Ball capability. There's an energy tank in the library. I did not. Did we talk about that already?
We did.
I can't remember. I'm forgetting things already. And we're only 16 minutes in. Boy, oh boy.
Well, that's what happens when you get like 6 unique items like 5 minutes in. It looks like we do have Asder checking the vanilla big key chest. So we are going to see the item that Aussie passed up on. Now, there's a very distinct chance that this could be a repeat of, I think this happened last week too, where the vanilla big key chest had something, and runners ended up skipping that. And last location again.
There. This could be something huge.
If it is something huge, then it's lamp locked.
And it's nothing.
Wow, all 3 hard pieces were in, all 3 items were hard pieces.
I guess they want you to be a little bit healthier.
I am actually surprised no one has done Front of Escape, given that we know that it is all items down there. We have the key and we have the map already. Aussie, however, is going to do Dark Cross real quick. Aussie, the bow does not like torches. Fire arrows did not come about until Ocarina of Time.
Oh, how useful they would be.
Yeah.
Nah, but the advent of bomb arrows was in Link's Awakening.
Yes, it was.
One of those little nifty tricks the Nintendo guy tells you to do.
Ooh. Wave Beam in Dark Cross. Now that's a big one. Wave Plasma already. That's a huge upgrade.
Jeez.
Yeah, because Wave Plasma allows the Plasma Beam to have the dual wide-angle shot similar to Spazer Beam. So yeah, Spazer's totally useless now.
And that totally opens up any wave gates. We
Yeah,
won't be
no
needing
need
to
for-
do any super missile glitches today.
Not this time.
Guessing 64-bit Link's not here to talk to Zora.
Nope.
A little short on cash.
Yeah, King Zor has been in Logic ever since we found those gloves in Kakariko Village, so...
No, I do know that a couple weeks ago that Zora did have a required item, and there was no rupees in the beginning of the game, so people were farming Blind's Hut to get enough rupees to go talk to Zora.
I remember that. That was
It was
painful.
either Moon Pearl or Morph Ball or something.
I think it was Morph Ball, but that was so painful to watch. I remember that.
There was like 10 minutes of people farming rupees.
I think it was a Monday race, because I don't think it was one I was on the crew for. But yeah, I remember that.
I can't remember if I was calming or tracking that one. We finally have all three of our runners converging on the front of Escape.
Yep, nothing but items in here.
High
And
jump
that's a good one.
boots. All right. That's surprisingly undervalued.
Yeah, that's the Super Metroid Rocks Feather. Oh wait, wrong timeline.
Close enough. To be fair, Bressingham, Bryn Stealing was already in Logic.
Yeah, this is hard mode, so Bryn Sealing was in Logic from the start, courtesy of a nice little damage boost you can get.
All right, the swag net. Game's over. We got it.
Yep, we can now go defeat Aga 1 and 2.
And keep ourselves alive and capture some gold bead. To answer a question in chat, this is the combo randomizer. Both the games have been smashed together, and by a little bit of luck and magic, they work. There are 4 individual portals between the games. There's one in Criteria, there's one in the back of Meridia, there's one in Upper Norfair, and one in Lower Norfair. And each portal takes you to a different location in Super Metroid, or in Link to the Past. One is just outside Link's house, one is Dark World Ice Rock Cave, one is the middle of Light World Death Mountain, and the other one is the Misery Mire right-sided face. I don't know.
Alright, so guess what was in Zelda's? Well, Link's
Oh,
getting it right
geez.
now. Yep, nice rod in Zelda Cell, so I guess that means Turtle Rock's a pendant.
I'm going to be guessing so. That Turtle Rock is definitely going to be a pendant with both of those rods. I mean, the only thing we're missing is Hammer and Cane. We can full clear it.
Exactly.
And the medallion to open it, of course.
Alright, we've got Link going back into Super Metroid.
Still no bombs. No power bombs.
Yeah, this is starting to get a little concerning. Nobody's checked Agina yet.
It's about the only place left in Link to the Past, I think, that you can check logically at this point, besides Super Metroid. Jeez.
Yeah,
Besides
I think there's something in Vanilla Morph Ball.
or something in the Bryn Ceiling, now that we have high jump. I mean, even though we could have gotten it before, it's just pointing towards that more. Can't tell if that was a death warp from Asgard?
Oh yeah, that was a Death Warp. Gets to Dark Cross way easier.
I think Aussie's climbing the mountain.
He is. He's rescuing the old man. Which we saw, Asdor did do this, but we blinked and missed it, so... Okay, just more blueberries, so...
I tend to rely on chat a lot. If they see something big, they tend to scream it out.
Yeah, unfortunately, Death Mountain, I should say left foot of Death Mountain is complete trash. Link did not get the wave beam out of Dark Cross. He's decided to skip it. Not the biggest deal.
It's marginally helpful. It does add more power to your beams later on, but right now it's just kind of a nice to have.
Alright, and the verdict is... Nope.
Nope.
Quite literally, because it's a nope tank.
Indeed. How quickly he said nope to that.
Alright, next order of business on Link's docket is Alpha Missiles.
It's a kind of a missile.
Some sort of flying, non-detonating missile.
And technically, they were missiles. It's a projectile.
Ooh, we've got Asder. We got some great divergence here. We got Asder going to check Aegina's cave.
There's our first power bombs. To answer your question, chat, I don't know why, but people tend to call reserve tanks nope tanks. I don't know why. Probably because people say no to them.
People say no to them, and they don't restore your health when you pick them up. We do have 64-bit Link going to the Billy Mays room now. And what does Aegina have for us today? Just some more supers.
Ammo's always useful.
Ossie's was doing a quick check of some stuff in Upper North, where he actually hell ran to Ice Beam, and I think it was just missiles. Or it was a heart piece.
It's called the Billy Mays room because look, we have 20 rupees, but for the low price of $1.99, you get a grappling beam as an attachment.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
That is not what the runners want to see right now.
That's saying, hey, look, I can go into wreck ship.
That is true. That does give you wreck ship access, but more importantly, it points you to Shack Tool.
Hey, man, we also need a couple other items to get there right now.
But yeah, wreck ship does sound like a pretty good idea right about now.
It's always nice to have a 2E tank Fantoon fight.
Looks like 64-bit Link is going to instead go back through Brinstar and check green and pink Bryn.
It's probably the easier of the two decisions. You don't have to fight a stupid ghost elephant over here. But you do have to deal with those side hoppers that do 80 damage per hit.
Yeah, those guys hurt, but with 2E tanks in reserve, you're not in too bad shape. Just green rupee in Green Hill Zone. Or not a green rupee, 50 rupees in Green Hill Zone. It's green.
It's still green. To be fair, I kind of like the music in Green Bryn anyway. So.
Yeah, the AM2R remix of it is pretty good for the Hydro Station. Alright, Link has chosen to go to Red Tower.
It's an interesting decision. Is he going to check X-Ray?
Looks like it. Man, he's got Grapple Beam. It's pretty much free. And on top of that, he could farm some power bombs off of these Fireflies.
You keep landing on them spikes, though, you're not going to get very far. Ooh.
Cutting it a little bit close there, partner.
Yeah, he's got, I think, what, one more hit, and then he's dead?
Getting a little bit of a lucky D boost there. Ooh, snuck right under.
That was a nice dodge.
Just a hard container, I should say. Betcha he would have liked that to be an E-tank right about now.
Now he's going to get out. And I think he does have wave beam.
Link?
His beams just pierced through the wall.
I might have missed it. He might have just,
No, I guess not. Maybe I was wrong. It's only got one beam, so...
Yeah, that's just wave. Or plasma, rather. Sorry.
It's alright.
Alright, we've got Aussie doing the pink Bryn checks. Aussie could not actually check the item below charge beam due to a lack of power bombs.
That's what he's trying to farm up right now, and he's not having very much luck.
Oh,
I'm assuming these enemies have a very low percentage to drop one of them.
Yeah, it's definitely way down there.
64 buildings going to check Vanilla Spacer location.
I want to say it's a single-digit chance.
You got missiles in the spring ball in Spacer. Spring ball, very nice. One of the best items in the game.
Yep. It's another one of those, It's another one of those movement convenience items. Saves you the need for explosives just for the purpose of jumping. Unfortunately, besides the power bomb tank and lumberjack, we have only seen one power bomb, and the problem with that is it's hard to do Pink Bryn with just one power bomb tank.
Indeed. Also, the spring ball opens up another way to get into wrecked ship.
Yes, you can spring ball jump off of the pedestal, and Aster is fighting Spore Spawn.
Wow, we don't see that very often in Rando. Hello,
Indeed.
Spore Spawn.
Unless he's banking on the Spore Spawn pellets dropping power bombs.
Which I don't even know if they can.
I don't think so. I mean,
This is
I
way
wouldn't
before
know
you're supposed to have them.
I wouldn't know because normally we never see this guy.
I mean, I've only beaten Super Metroid twice, and I've fought him both times because I don't know how to get the early supers.
Oh,
so
it's because he can't skip it. No power bombs. It actually makes it makes sense now that you think about it. There was just missiles at Kraid. There was a 10 bomb capacity upgrade and space jump just above the Etikun pit, by the way.
that's very nice.
And I looked back up just at the last second and missed what was at Etikun's.
Well, killing Spore Spawn at least lets you check his supers.
Pretty much.
Ooh, we're getting the Kraid DLC today, and there's more power bombs behind Spore Spawn.
That's a troll.
Wow, that's helpful.
All right. We get 5 arrows, hearts, and 50 rupees in the speed booster bridge.
And Link takes down our first Super Metroid boss for 300 rupees, which will be very nice.
Oh boy, the magic cape was below charge beam.
This puts us 2 items away from Aga.
Yeah, no sign of a lamp or one of the swords. It's actually kind of impressive. We've gone 30 minutes and we're still swordless. And yet we've got plasma wave beam. Oh, that is charge beam. Okay, thank you, Dweeb. Chat being helpful as always. Oh, Dwet. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't catch the letters.
I mean, I think he did that on purpose. It's definitely D-Web. Well, I remember D-Web, but, you know, Dweeb, it's not that insulting.
Sorry. Whoopsie. I'm just going to confess right now, I am terrible with names.
See, I mean, he did that on purpose, just to throw us off.
I'd answer question chat. It was a magic cape at charge beam. It wasn't a vanilla charge beam. We got no idea where charge beam is.
Not yet. we may never find it, to be fair.
Very true. It is, while logically required, these runners, they don't need it.
Nope. I bet they would even do it just to consider themselves, just to do it for a challenge. Like, I don't need it.
Asder picking up the frog, the nice recharge of power bombs from the frogs.
And he's going to pick up his space jump here.
Yeah, that means we can fly.
And Can Fly opens up a whole bunch more stuff.
Not to mention, it also allows us to check the item in the Showcase Showdown in Lower Norfair.
It's the only item in Super Metroid that is required to have space jump. It also opens up criteria power bombs. It opens up the gauntlet. It opens up all, makes it even easier to get into Rex's ship, which seems to be, hey, boys, go to Rex.
Yeah, that does seem like the play, although Link is now doing his Death Mountain checks. Unfortunately, this is going to be garbage.
We still have no sword and no major, really consistent weapon for Link to the Past. I mean, you have the bow, but it runs out of ammo. You have the fire rod, it runs out of ammo. I mean, you're looking for something like the hammer or...
Yeah, we're definitely starved for progression at this point. So at this point, I would agree Rex Ship is the play. And if there's nothing in Rex Ship, the only location we've missed at this point is Zora.
And we've been kind of shortchanged on rupees again, but the Cray drop was nice, but the rest of it's been kind of starved for.
There have been a couple of 50s here and there, so at this point, it wouldn't take, if the runners are not at Zora money by now, they're at least going to be close.
And I do have gloves, so if they really want to they could go down to the little area near the desert and farm out 50 rupees a piece, if they really had to.
I don't think that'll be necessary, although Link actually already has, as we can see now, just under 500, so he's a little close, just under 10. Nothing a yellow rupee can't fix. Oh wait, there are no yellow rupees in this game. We're getting a look at the gauntlet from Asder. I saw the hard piece, but I missed what the other item was.
Maybe?
Looked like it.
It was quick.
Oh, apparently it was half magic.
Okay, wow. I don't know how I saw 10 arrows then.
Well,
I don't know if that's...
Well, it had a number on it, so I can understand. It could be either or. But yeah, it was half magic. Ooh, Link run a little low on health here. He's trying to rescue the old man in the dark, while Asder gives us a look at Omega missiles.
Now, I was actually told by... Oh, it's the hammer. I was told by the Super Metroid racing community that should actually be called the 230 missile room, not the Omega missiles. I'm not sure where that...
Really? Ooh, and Alpha Power Bombs gave us silver arrows and a reserve tank.
So now we have the boss killer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Early silvers. That's really good.
Especially considering we also had an early bow.
Oh, Link took a death just before getting the old man to safety, which means he starts from the cave.
So hey, there's our first sword underneath the red sidehopper room in Red. Or was that a Mission Impossible? I believe is what it's called.
Yeah, now we're starting to go somewhere. Now we are a lamp away from Aga, but we're still missing that moon pearl as well, so either way, no Dark World access yet.
And Asder is making his way through the front of God. I'm not sure if he will continue to the back or go to the ship. I think it looks like he saved at the ship, so if he doesn't find something useful, he's going to do exactly. Well, answer a question in chat. Yes, version 29 does allow the moon pearl to be on Pyramid Ledge. It has happened more than once.
Alright, we have Aussie going to check out Wrecked Ship. Finds a little bit of money flooded underneath. There was an E-tank at the moat. And he took a look at the the buried item above, but I did not see what it was. I'm taking a quick look back, and it was just a big 20.
Azra's going to check criteria power bomb for 10 sticks. Not worth. Man, that acid hurts.
You're not kidding. Luckily, with a few energy tanks, several energy tanks should make this a little more bearable for Asder.
So we got a 4 E-Tank Fantoon fight coming up, which is, about half of what you're normally supposed to have at that point, give or take. I don't exactly know. I know it's more than 4, but for these runners, it'll be a cakewalk. Fantoon's a hard fight, but whoever these guys, it's not.
Yeah, and on top of that, we have Plasma Beam, so we can take all the eyes out in one shot. All the fire eyes.
Who got Hammer? No, Asder got Hammer.
Yeah.
It was in the Mission Impossible room, I believe.
No, the hammer was in Omega Missiles.
Omega Missiles, sorry. The 230 missiles. Right.
230, yeah, sorry. Mission Impossible had the sword.
Right, you got it backwards. My bad, I got it backwards.
Ooh, we have Link making the play to Zora.
King of Scams is probably going to have some trash to do.
I don't know. Last couple of days I've been watching, it's been the King of Value.
I appreciate the corrections, chat. I'm still trying to get better on my room locations in this game. They're still challenging. But at least you guys get to laugh at me when I get something wrong. Hey, it's funny.
All right. The King of the Fishes has for us a bottle of green goo.
Gives us Sick Kid.
It's a fetch quest. So I'm going to hold off on my scammed line until after we check that.
And the ghost of Argus is dead.
I love that. I love that designation.
It's totally true. I mean, it looks so much similar. I'm just glad Argus doesn't make that noise.
Mm-hmm. Imagine it being multiplied by 10 if he gets struck with a silver arrow.
Oh, jeez. I mean, nothing can be as bad as the Metroid Fusion or Zero Mission Ridley. For God's sakes, that is so loud.
I would imitate it right now, but I don't feel like hurting everybody's ears.
I might have to remove you from the commentary if you do that. Sick Kid has for us the Ice Beam, so pretty good value.
No scam today. An annoying fetch quest, no less, but no scam.
I'd say an Ice Beam is probably worth 500 rupees.
Ooh, very nice missile discretion by Asder, taking Fantoon out with the last super. Super missiles do deal double damage to Fantoon, however they put him in an enraged state. Luckily, Asder used the super missile as the killing blow, not the damaging blow.
Now I believe that the Ice Beam is I think that was the last item we needed to have a Suitless Meridia in life, as chat is saying it as I'm saying it. So yes, I'm starting to remember things now. Woohoo!
Yep, it is.
I mean, that's all the way over to Suitless Shack Tool, I believe.
Indeed, we have that spring ball. We can now... Meanwhile, ooh, Aussie found X-Ray in the spiky room of death.
So we're just one item away from Microwave Beam, which we still have 2 bosses left to be able to use. We're almost got Microwave. We're still missing Charge Beam.
We can use regular shots can still microwave, but only on enemies that are vulnerable to it.
It's all right. Hey, we all forget things. I mean, I forget things all the time, but yet I'm still here having a fun time. Aussie's headed up to the attic of Rex ship, whereas Savager's leaving.
Ah, he is banking on a wrecked ship skip here. This is something that especially... This is one of the more interesting gambles that I see nowadays, where you can... Where a few runners lately have banked on there being nothing in the upper end of Wreck Ship or Bryn Skip and of that nature.
Yeah, but sometimes there are items up there, so...
Yeah. I mean, it's the plays like these that determine, like, a record-breaking time or a last location.
It's the gambles that make you win. And now he's going to check missiles in the sky. It's for more power bombs, which at this point he has 20. 20 is a very comfortable amount to have.
Absolutely. Astor picking up those silver arrows.
And now he's going to head over to get the Chozo bowling, I believe is where he...
Aussie is going to Chozo bowling. Easy trip over there thanks to space jump.
Makes life easy when you can fly.
Now we have not, as D-Web points out, we have not seen the reserve item yet.
That's the speed booster locked item, correct?
Yes. And we still have no sign of speed booster either. Although in one seed I remember speed booster being chilling all the way behind in the compass room of GT, so... Yeah, that wasn't nice.
Another one of those nice to have, but maybe not required items.
Ooh. That might be nice to have, though. Screw attack underneath the bowling alley.
Screw attack is always nice to have. It's not required, but it's nice to have, and the reserve location is just 20 rupees. But the screw attack, missing out on that is going to make a difference, because now he doesn't... The screw attack just makes the game easy. Space jump, screw attack. Ooh, Link is very, very close to death on Phantoon.
I think he does have reserves, which he's going to dip into immediately. Or not.
I don't think he had much of a choice. I think it made him...
Yeah, but I think in doing so, the way he paused, like on the frame he got hit, it actually messed with his brightness.
Yeah, now he's got, I think he's 2 hits from death at this point.
And we did get the shovel at Gravity Suit location, so I am very curious to see.
And this is the biggest issue with Super Metroid, is it's unforgiving. Because any progress he had is now gone. Anything he picked up between now and now, which I don't think he's gotten anything significant, because he reset after getting Ice Beam. But if you die in Super Metroid, there's no save and quit and go back and try again. It's, hey, you're going back to your ship, or the last place you saved, and you lose everything.
Yeah, that they wouldn't really make dying less of a pain until I want to say Samus Returns.
I have no idea.
Samus Returns at least added a checkpoint system.
I know that dying in Metroid Prime really sucks.
Oh, actually, Prime 3 had checkpoints as well, now that I think about it.
Oh, okay. That's the one Prime game I haven't played. Nasdir getting the quick kill on Kraid.
Nice. So we are 1 for 2 quick kills today. Aussie is going to check Gauntlet, and with Screw Attack, Gauntlet is free. He's going to get
pick up his half magic. Yep.
Yeah, half magic with both rods definitely makes late game Link to the Past much less of a pain.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, I'm thinking that probably our luck, the 2 pendants are going to be on the 2 worst dungeons, Ice Palace and
You think so? I'm going to be the odd man out, and I'm going to guess the the ones that would be favored for pedestal at this point, Thieves Town and Pod.
Oof. Well, Pod's still technically not in logic. We don't have Lamp yet, but
True.
we'll probably find it soon. I mean, yeah, Thieves Town is almost always a pendant. And, I mean, you could go Thieves Town and Skull Woods, both pendants, that would be perfect, because then if they're both right, then you can get pet easily.
But yeah, actually, that'd be even better.
And if you get the mirror in one of those two, it's boom, it's a free.
Yeah, but as far as our Link to the Past progression, we can full clear Thieves Town and Skull Woods, but that's about it right now. Actually, no, we can do Ice Palace.
We can't do any of that without the mirror.
Well, yeah, once we get Dark World access, of course. We got a blue potion underneath Mother Brain. I don't believe we've seen that yet.
I don't believe anybody has checked that either, you know.
Ooh, Aster making the play to Meridia, Suitless Meridia.
All right, here we go.
Nice jump.
Wow. And he's still going up.
Yeah, underwater physics in Super Metroid can work with you in very strange ways. We have Aussie checking Shaft Supers for regulars.
It's nice to get that check out of the way, but it's definitely not an easy check to get unless you have speed.
64-bit Link trying again with Phantoon. Now, Aster is doing Meridia without Ice Beam.
That's gonna be rough.
And Aussie, meanwhile, is going back to A Link to the Past. Just the single arrow of destiny in Main Street missiles.
And it's gonna stay there.
And Crab Supers also has regular missiles, so 2 regular missiles at super locations.
I honestly had no idea what the chat was talking about when they were saying small tip. But now I get it.
Link, can we? You're scaring us, man.
Still got his reserves. I mean, he should. Oh, this is where I would trigger my reserves manually. But I'm terrible at this game, so that's just me.
Oh, Phantoon being real cooperative there. Well, not for much longer, though. Alright, we got
He's
our Mama
never
Turtle.
cooperative.
Got our Mama Turtle check for 100 rupees, followed by...
If he doesn't get anything here, he's probably going to reset. Oh, maybe not. Just 150 rupees and not much worth keeping.
Alright, Aussie getting the Ice Beam now from... Ooh. Aussie got the Ice Beam from the Sick Kid courtesy of the Mother Brain bottle, but 64-bit Link taking a second KO to Phantoon.
Phantoon's no joke, man. Phantoon's a very, very mean goat. He's
Absolutely.
definitely he's no Casper.
Yeah, especially since normally you do have a little bit of extra resistance due to Various Suit, but unfortunately not the case this time. Answer question, chat. I do not believe Aussie went to Dig Spot. Oh, never mind. He did. And it was super missiles.
I definitely did not see that.
So that's one worthless fetch, well, semi-worthless fetch quest. We still have no idea where that charge beam is, so those supers could come in handy later.
It is kind of difficult to keep track of 3 runners. I mean, it's even harder to keep track of 4, but 3 is still a little bit challenging when they're in 3 different directions. And Aussie's making some hell runs here.
Yeah, logically you need 5 energy tanks to hell run to Bubble Mountain.
And logically, he's got 4 plus a reserve, so looks like there's Peebs and was it cathedral?
Yeah, that's the cathedral.
There's 3 of those rooms in this game. There's Cathedral, Amphitheater, and Coliseum. I can never remember which one's which.
The text for charge on the pedestal, if you're wondering, is "I'm firing my laser." Because that was the case last week, actually. Charge beam was on pedestal.
Oh, that's just mean.
But nobody got it. In Norfair Reserve, we just got a heart container and a bomb cap upgrade.
Trigger his reserves here, probably, maybe. Oh, he got an energy tank.
Yeah, he skipped that on purpose. Smart. And the Moon Pearl was in the watering hole.
Oh my gosh. What a terrible place for Moon Pearl.
Wow.
That's so bad.
If Gravity Suit is in the Dark World, then a suitless Meridia was required.
At this point, with the items we have, it's looking like it probably has to be. Unless it's in one of the Light World dungeons we just don't have access to yet.
And now with that Moon Pearl, we can now do Thieves Town, Skull Woods, and Ice Palace.
Link's taking this particular fight on Fantine a lot more carefully.
Alright, Astor has saved near the sand pits. Most likely going to be checking those out.
Oh, he triggered the angry Fantine. If he had Screw Attack, this would be so much easier to avoid, but this is not a good place to be right.
Yeah, he just triggered his reserve.
Boy, he's got 1 hit left, and so does Fantine.
Oh wow, that was some lucky RNG there.
Yeah, lucky RNG on the health, not so lucky on the eyeball.
Alright, we got Aussie checking speed booster, gets missiles, followed by an E-tank.
Very helpful, again, to refill his health in the middle of the hell run. There we go, Fantine's dead. Good job to 64-bit Link.
Yeah,
there tries the charm.
Cutting it real close there.
D-Web, get out of my head.
And actually, with the Titan's Mitts, we can and the Hammer, we can access. We should be able to access areas of Dark Death Mountain as well.
Yeah, we can. They can't get there yet. They don't have the ability to get past Hera because they don't have the mirror, or they don't have the hook shot to get across to the east.
Ah, yes.
You get the hook shot though. Hook shot or mirror, they'll be able to check almost all of it. So.
All right, we've got Astor checking the sand pits.
This is hard with Gravity Suit. Never mind without.
And Aussie is taking on Croc.
I always bet on Croc. Croc has a lot of value. Astor does not look like he went up to pick up anything in the left sand pit, but he's not resetting.
I didn't see what the second item was.
Oh,
actually.
There's Gravity Suit behind Crocomire.
So Suitless Meridia was indeed not required.
But a Hell Dive, or Hell Run so far, is required. Unless Varia is somewhere else.
Yeah, if Varia is... I'm trying to think where Varia could be that would have made the Hell Run required.
In Meridia. I gotta love Crocomire. Crocomire always has value.
Well, in this
And look,
case, yeah, that's value, all right. 300
that's
bucks.
huge value. Plus a really nice seat.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, because Suitless Meridia, or I should say I'm just trying to think what we found in heated rooms so far.
Looks like Azur's going to head straight for Hype Cave and give us, hopefully, our first Dark World map check. Apparently, he's forgotten he had a sword. Indiana Jones' room had 20 rupees. I did not see what was in the room beyond. Looks like energy take? Question mark?
I think so. No Dark World map check from Astor just yet.
He's got, Aussie's got what? Is that 8 E-tanks now? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4.
At
There's
least.
our dark. Oh! Pendants were on Swamp Palace and. I did not see the 5-6 crystals.
The 5-6 crystals were Thieves Town and Skull Woods. Ironically, the two dungeons we wanted to be pendants. And you know that? Pyramid Fairies and Logic. Oh, hey, Book of Medora. Why not? Let's throw Desert Palace in there while we're at it, assuming
I
it's
still
not
say
too
that's
flopped.
like a 1 or 2 out of 10. The book's got a little bit of. Depends on what's on the tablets.
Yeah, I would say we'll leave it at 2 for now. We'll see if that goes up later.
It is possible that book is the only way to get into the desert, though.
To answer question, chat, Mirror is not in Eastern Palace. All 3 of the items were hard pieces.
Unfortunately. It's also true now that we have literacy, we can check the pedestal.
I'm actually surprised, given that Astor has the hammer and fire rod, that he's not immediately going to do Thieves Town and Skull Woods first to unlock Pyramid Fairy.
It is an interesting decision. There are, I think, probably about the same amount of checks here in Pod as there is in all those locations, or at least the same amount of items. Pretty close. As I believe Thieves Town has 3, Skullwoods has 2, and
Thieves Town has 4.
Thieves Town has 4. Excuse me. So it's, I mean, it's, I don't know. I don't know what
It's about the same item density, but on the other end, you also get the Village of Outcast checks.
Truth. And the 2 dungeons over there are not, don't require the lamp.
Indeed, and Pod is bow locked. Not that it matters, because the bow was pretty much free.
I can only hope that Link goes below and checks the item down there, otherwise he's going to miss out on his screw.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd want that right about now.
It would definitely help. He's going to take the intended route to get missiles in the sky.
Oh, that's right. He didn't pick up Space Jump yet from Alpha Power Bombs. Edicoon's right. That's where it was.
I'm not that terrible, you know. I'm still learning, but I got some.
Did Link just clip through that?
Yeah, it looked like it did.
Thing?
Are those even enemies, or are they just platforms?
You know, I'm not sure.
I believe he could check missiles in the sky right there, can he? Or is he going to go for it? Okay, that answers that question.
Looks like nothing but a pair of keys in the bow lock section of Palace of Darkness.
Oh, I was curious why he was going back down, but he's taking a death.
Yeah, no mirror.
Yeah, free health refill too. I blinked and I missed Aussie. Quick killing Crane, I'm guessing.
I think so. Unless John wants to elaborate, because admittedly we were watching the other 2 guys.
I was looking at Astor.
Aster did find an E-Tank in pod, so that's one item.
It's a very healthy Metroid Prime, Super Metroid seed with all the E-tanks they have.
Very true, and I've seen this happen a lot lately too, where E-Tanks seem to be pretty easy to spot.
They're just sprinkled everywhere, like, you get an E-tank, and you get an E-tank, everybody gets an E-tank.
Exactly. The big chest of pod gives us another E-Tank. You get an E-Tank.
Hey, okay. And now for the dark room, the dark maze. This is, I think, one of the hardest dark rooms in the game.
Yeah, especially with those Dodongos breathing fire.
Looks like there's 300 rupees in the first chest.
And apparently, Aussie did not get the quick kill, but he literally just jumped right into Crate and nailed him from there. Oh, also, Link once again showing us the example of clutch arrival.
Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. I think that, I don't know if that was a death warp or not. That maybe
it
may have
was.
been
The
a
other
death
item
warp
was a
inside
missile.
Okay. So he still has the harmless Hellway and the rupee room chest to check. I believe. I don't think he's been down there yet, has he?
There is only one more item left, however.
So today's Mullet Mansion was actually not too bad. We gave most of our items were up. However, it is a crystal dungeon, so it does need to be cleared out anyway.
Might as well.
And while you're here, you got silvers, you got hammer. Link, please pick up some health. Please don't die. Having the fire rod makes the rupee room infinitely easier. But I believe we just found our last item, and that was a key and a map, so we're still missing one more item, which could be on Harm's Hellway. I think. I mean, he has all the keys, so he has one chance to get.
Yeah, if this isn't. Okay, so the last
Helmasaur
item is
has it.
Helmasaur King.
Okie day. Link's being very, very cautious, taking out those key hunter look. I hope he doesn't mess up with these crabs. Those guys will. I don't know how much damage they do, but I know they do a ton.
Aussie finally getting that moon pearl out of the watering hole.
For some reason, crabs in these two games are very, very overpowered. Crabs in Link of the Past do 2 hearts in damage, and the chat believes that the ones in that room there do 120. So that's painful. That's a lot of that's painful.
But Link is now just finally getting to the rest of the red tower checks, and this is going to be his first sword.
Needs to be careful getting out of here, or use a damage boost. That works too.
Aussie is going to attempt to ice clip to get the 2 items here in the aqueduct. Not ice clip, snail clip. Excuse me.
This Cane of Brian is there,
along with a shield.
Yeah, he's not going back for that.
Yeah, that could be useful because that could be our access through. That could be our invincibility item needed for Spike Cave.
It could also be the thing we need for Laser Bridge. And another ice clip to get into this Platoons area.
Yep.
Link, please.
Oh, he's going to be happy to see that reserve tank.
What happened? What happened to Botmoon?
I don't know, but I think he's dead.
Oh, Link.
Oh boy. It looks like he saved fairly recently, though.
And Helmasaur is dead for our first crystal dungeon boss of the game. To give us The Pegasus boots. Oh, time to go fast.
Yeah, now remember what I was saying earlier about desert and boots locked? I think
Yep.
I think it's just time to get all of the west side crystals out of the way now.
Higher literacy just screams desert. Yeah, he was looking for the mirror.
So yeah, it looks like the only thing 64-bit Link does unfortunately have to go pick back up is that sword.
Well, that's comforting.
Yeah, luckily all of the Link's deaths haven't been like nearly as consequential as, say, a no-save death.
Yeah, that's a travesty.
As they're getting some missiles out of King's Tomb.
He'll probably head to Bond Rocks next.
Ooh, very nice, well-placed grapple by Aussie to get the quick kill on Dragon.
Link getting eaten by the Samus Munchers.
And we get another fetch quest at Dragon, just some magic powder, which is definitely something you want to see if you're dipping the harder end dungeons.
And we have the ability to do bat magic with
Yes, we
hand
do.
and everything else. We also have Smith sequence, purple chest, hammer pegs. There's a lot of checks to do in the Dark World Village of Outcast.
Yeah, not the most optimal checks without the mirror, but still nonetheless doable.
And you got Dig Game 2 and Stumpy, and there's a whole bunch of places. Aussie is destroying his way through the Super Metroid bosses.
I did not know that little corridor was there in that sand pit.
I found it by accident. I thought I clipped through the wall. I was like, oh my god, I just broke the game. Looks like Aussie's going to save before he does the sandpit checks.
This makes a lot of sense, especially considering he's picked up a lot of things lately. He does not want to leave have those lost. And not to mention he's got 3 boss kills under his belt.
We have our first Village of Outcast checks from Asder. Just missiles at the chest game. It's really hard to quantify who's in the quote-unquote lead at this point, but Aussie definitely has done the most progression towards boss kills.
Yeah, the only thing he's missing to be able to full clear Super Metroid at this point is Variasuit. Because even though hell runs are in the hard logic, it is not expected for you to hell run all the way to Ridley and back.
That's not to say that he can't do it.
Absolutely.
Because it's been done before.
Alright, Aster's checking out Thieves Town now. First item is the map. Oh boy.
Aussie's headed down the right sand pit this time to see a Nope tank and supers, which he's going to pick up. Now, does he head on to Shack Tool? It looks like he's headed that way.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Yep, he's headed that way for sure. Shack Tool hype.
We got our second item in Thieves Town earlier, and it was a missile launcher, an extra missile pack, followed by the big key and the small key. So there are 3 items in the back of Thieves Town.
It's a shame it's not the secret missile launcher. That's always a nice thing to have. And everybody get your resident sleepers in chat for Shack Tool, the Great Digger. I really wish I could see what those emotes look like. I don't know why I can't.
Alright, Link is going to the back of Gauntlet, is going to get that half magic.
As they're heading upstairs to the attic of Thieves' Link checking Terminator, getting his jumping over the missiles there.
And Shaq gets a plasma beam to the face.
I can't say that happens a lot. Oh, for just a big 20, definitely needed to get
Garbage.
all that time waiting for nothing. You think he kills him again? Oh, and he does. He kills him twice. It's just to show how disapproval he is. It's a piece of heart in the attic in the sunroof room of Thieves' Town, and Link just picked up his.
Yeah, still 2 items, one of which could be, well, big chest honestly isn't a big deal for anybody at this point. Everybody's got the hammer.
Ossie's going up the toilet.
So trying to think, besides that Moon Pearl, there wasn't too much in Meridia.
No, definitely not.
There's Link's, I believe that is Link's second bottle. We've got Aussie checking Plasma Beam real quick. Pretty easy check with Space Jump, can just get right on out.
And Plasma Beam. For a piece of heart.
So yeah, not much in Meridia besides that Moon Pearl, which was not a suitless lock.
Nope, definitely not. But it definitely having the Moon Pearl opens up almost all of the Dark World. So the various suits probably going to be somewhere along those lines. I don't believe there's money checks left in Light World that we can.
Don't think so. And Astor only found 1 item after picking up the Maiden, found a 5-arrow upgrade in the Thieves' Town big chest, so the last item is on Blind. So we've had 2 bosses now that have had items.
And somebody accidentally clicked Ambrosia. Today's pun of the day is broken pencils are pointless for our useless puns.
Although, don't I know it. I'll fully agree to that statement, though.
As we're doing a very good job keeping Blind on script, except for that last part, which was fairly good, fairly clean blind kill, better than anything I can do. For 20.
Alright, that is Astor's 3rd crystal. Meanwhile, Aussie is going to head to the Meridia portal, or has gone through the Meridia portal to get to the Dark World. So is parked near Ice Palace. Now, he could full clear this dungeon right now if he wanted to.
He'd have to come in through the Light World, though, because he doesn't have the mirror.
Right.
Interesting choice to come out this side.
Yeah, it's a bit of a walk to get all the way to pretty much anything.
You can't even walk it. You have to do a little bit of swimming. Aussie seems to be wandering a little bit. He's gonna go check Catfish and Pyramid Ledge, I'm guessing, from being up here.
Yeah, I can see this one. Just supers on Bumper Ledge.
They are in logic and accessible, but not worth it.
They may be, those super missiles may be in the back of people's mind if we end up being charge beam starved as we get closer to the end here.
Asder's going into Skull Woods.
Yeah, this is another full clearable dungeon, and with this, Asder will be able to check the Pyramid Ferry.
There's our charge beam. Boom!
So forget anything I said about those super missiles.
Yep, charge beam, so now we have, that's Quispy, I believe. We have all 5 beams.
Yes, we do. Wow, Catfish had the flute.
Ooh.
That's a big one. Because,
that's a big, yeah, that's big.
Because with no Varia suit, that is our access to Misery Mire.
But it's just a pendant.
Even still, it is a check of the Mire Shed.
And you can check the screw attack item in Lower Norfair.
Yeah, it opens up a couple checks. And Link, I think, took an intentional death there.
Yeah, I believe that was intentional. I don't think he picked up anything on that run that was worth.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything in... There was nothing in Upper Norfair. Aster is going straight for the back.
This is a play that many runners make. I do it myself when I have Fire Rod anyway.
Makes a lot of sense. You know, there's only 2 items in Skullwoods. If one's on Mothula, you won't have to look too hard to find the other.
I believe there's 6 chests you have to open, so I mean, if you find them, then you don't have to go back in. So
I think it's... Yeah, I think it's 6 plus the pinball room, which is guaranteed a key. Because I'm trying to think. It's 3 keys, map compass, big key, boss. So, yeah, 6 chests. We've got Aussie going to check the magic bat.
and it's one of our red crystals, so if he gets all the red crystals, he can go check Pyramid Fairy.
Just a hard piece on the magic bat. We have not been doing particularly good on Link to the Past health this seed.
No, but we have a ridiculous amount of Super Metroid health.
Yeah, lately it has always been that if you get a lot of health in one game, it's less health of the other.
And Mothula was just carrying a burrito, but that's both 5-6 crystals for Asger.
Very nice doing a fighter sword Mothula, and has not elected to skip the half magic in Gauntlet.
And we have Aussie unleashing the beast. All hail the magic quail. No, the arrows do not hit Moth.
Yeah, that is like one of the I'm actually kind of surprised that doesn't work, but oh well. It's a video game.
Much easier if it did.
Yeah, the silvers, having early silvers, I mean, it makes, who does it make free? It makes Armos free, it makes Molus free, it makes Helmasorb, Argus free.
Argus, I mean, almost every boss except for Blind, Trinex, and his Landmolus is unshottable. Yeah, everything. So yeah, I think that's all. Oh, and Trolldorn isn't vulnerable
Very
to it.
true. Although I'm actually, you know what? I'm surprised. I'm actually kind of surprised the bug net doesn't work on Mothula.
It should, just like the lamp should bring him closer to you.
All right, with the book and those boots, Asder is going to now check out Desert Palace. I guess he's going to try and route in Pyramid Fairy after the desert checks.
It is full clearable. Also gives us access to the desert ledge, which was nothing important, if I recall.
I don't think it was anything important, yeah. Oh, chat is saying that it is a medallion. Interesting. And it looks like Desert Palace, well, may not have been boots locked. We'll see what's on the right side. I'm actually trying to remember, did Astor get the second item in Skull Woods, or did he just bail? Oh no, he did. It was Charge Beam.
Charge Beam was, yeah. I don't remember what the second item was, but Charge Beam was definitely one.
It was missiles. And Desert Palace is not boots locked.
Charge Beam chat was inside of Skullwood's the vanilla map chest.
I think it was that one.
It's the one on the right side where you know, put this just south of the place you fall into. Well, I guess there's more than one place. Where the bushes. And the compass was on the torch there in Desert Palace.
Yeah, nothing of importance needed for the boots yet.
So he smushed the bug with his hammer. There's a burrito in the big chest of Desert. Asder's contemplating his choices at this point. seriously contemplating his choices. Well, 64-bit Link is making his way through. I mean, at this point, I don't blame him. It's an hour and a half in. Sometimes you gotta, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
I believe 64-bit Link does not have waves, so he had to do the missile, the super missile glitch there to get through the wave.
Yeah, and I think, Link is the only one who skipped Wave Beam and Dark Cross.
I wasn't worried, Captain. I figured you'd come back eventually. And 64-bit Link picking up his magic cape. Is there anything in SRL chat about Andrew?
I'm not sure. Please don't get me started on food. I haven't cooked dinner yet. Please, chat.
That's why I ate a big lunch before I sat down for this. Because I know 4 hours is typical. And, I just finished some cookies, so now I'm really... I don't recall ever seeing C-shaped house, but, I mean, we're going to see it now from Aussie.
I think Asder did check it. It was a big 20 or something like that.
Yeah,
yep.
well, okay, so you definitely had a memory for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure, it's starting to make me wonder, where's our next bit of... I'm starting to think Pyramid Fairy has progression.
I mean, both crystals being open that early, I would definitely say is worth it.
Because not only was Pyramid Fairy free, Ice Palace is practically free too.
Yes, indeed.
Now granted, I know everyone would rather go mode Ice Palace given the circumstances, but even still. Oh, Ice Palace might actually be hookshot required too.
Ice Palace with the fighter sword is somewhat challenging.
That's the other thing. We have not seen another sword in well over an hour now.
No, we have not.
To answer question, chat, Gravity Suit was...
Behind the Crocomire.
That's the one.
C4 Link's making his suitless murder dive. Suitless Murray is definitely not the choice way to do this.
No, it's not, especially since we know it's not required. To answer question, chat, logically it is not possible to Gomo without Various Suit. However, it is within the realm of possibilities for our runners if they elect to Hell Run Lower Norfair and Ridley. It is doable, but it is not required by logic.
Nor is it easy.
Yeah.
I've seen it done a couple times. It's a very long, arduous process.
And you know what? Given the number of Super Metroid E-Tanks we have found, if area ends up being MIA by the time we get to the point where we want to start thinking about wrapping up, I would not be surprised to see our runners give it a shot.
Not at all. Not with as good as these players are. Not one.
Because I'm trying to think, we know about at least 2 reserve tanks, as well as I think Aussie now has 8 or 9.
I mean, that's almost too many at this point. While there's a lull in the action, I'm going to shout out to our tracker Ikir again, and I'm going to say in chat to follow these runners and follow the tracker, and if you want to follow Captain MD and myself while we're here. These runners are putting on a show for you guys, and we wouldn't be able to do this without them.
Absolutely. Now, actually, I just thought about it for a second. So, if the Varia suit is anywhere in the Dark World, then that Hell Run will end up being required. Because, because the Moon Pearl was in Meridia, even though you didn't really need Gravity Suit for that. So maybe not required, but recommended, I guess, would be the more appropriate term.
Well, I mean, it's definitely a lot faster than Suitless Meridia.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what would make the hard logic tricks today valid.
Oh, Link. That Mama Turtle just destroyed him.
Yeah, he couldn't get out of Mama Turtle room.
That hurts. That hurts a lot. He's all the way back at his ship, too. I don't know what he lost, but he just lost a lot of time.
Yeah, I don't think that Hell Run ended up being required by logic, just highly recommended, now that I think about it. Because you can get to Watering Hole suitless.
Yeah, regardless, as it wasn't logic to get the Merle that way, so, I mean, whatever way they chose to do it, it's up to them. I mean, we may not see Varia till much later anyway. I mean, Varia could be sitting in Ice Palace, for all we know.
It could be in Hammer Pegs, as Aussie is giving us our first look at.
Could also be the Smith sequence, which he probably will do shortly after. Oh my god.
Called it!
What are you doing?
And that's going to be Super Metroid Go mode for Aussie.
Yep.
Now the question is, does he go straight to Lower Norfair?
Be done with it?
Yeah, because he could do that and then effectively be done with Super Metroid until he has to take down Mother Brain.
IQ, I would say I would disagree, because to get to Moon Pearl, you either had to get Gravity through Hell Run or get Moon Pearl through Suitless Meridia, so there was only one way to get.
Yeah, so it was either or, so yeah, we could call this a valid hard mode seed today. And the digging game, I believe, was 5 or 6 digs for a missile pack, so nothing of exceptional value there. So at this point, we are looking for, I think, just Mirror and Hookshot, and then and Cane of Samaria, and then we're good to go.
Another sword.
And a sword, yeah.
And whatever medallion is needed to open Turtle Rock.
Well, yeah, actually,
we have not found any of them.
Yeah, we would have gotten a good look at the medallion on Desert Ledge, but we're still waiting to see what the story is with Astor.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. And I have, oh, there he goes. He's back. Astor's back. Yay!
All right, here we go.
I don't know. Maybe he really had to go to the restroom. Rossi's about to pick up his book.
All right, so what was on the Desert Ledge this whole time? It was our swirly coin.
Ah, fire coin. I love fire coin. I think it's the most useful of the coins.
Yeah, because it's an alternate entry to Ice Palace. It's a screen nuke. It's useful.
I use it a lot climbing through the gauntlet and Ganon's Tower because I just don't want to fight.
Fair enough. And Aussie is going to be taking that big red bomb to access the Pyramid Fairy.
As long as that's been in logic, it's definitely worth checking.
And I do believe there is still one more item in Desert Palace on Limolas.
I do not recall.
Yeah, because there was a compass on the torch and the map in the big chest. So yeah, there's an item on Limolas.
And this goes to show one more time why silver arrows are so. 2 and 3, Lamo is dead. Serio X, thank you very much for your Twitch Prime subscription. 16-month streak, thank you very much for that. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I did not see the item on Lamo was doing that, but
I am having a quick look. I was looking at the Pyramid Fairy, which was complete trash because it was a 5-arrow cap and a 5 super missile.
Definitely.
It was also 5-arrow cap on Limolas, so... Where to next? It looks like Aussie is going to check out the Mire area first.
He's going to give us a look at the medallion requirement here. He's probably going to dip into lower... I'd say he's probably going to go to lower North Fair and take out Ridley.
This makes a lot of sense, because, yeah, full clear Super Metroid. Get that out of the way now.
And Astor is headed to ice. Ooh, the mirror!
Boy. That's the big one, because not only can you sneak in Checkerboard Cave while you're at it, Aussie can go ahead and finish Desert Palace.
Yes, indeed. That also unlocks the entirety of Death Mountain and Dark Death Mountain, except for the 3 back checks of Hookshot. But Aussie doesn't have his boost either, so he can't do that cave at all. Actually.
Yeah, he's
Bressingham, Varia was in Hammer Pegs.
Yeah, Aussie still has to take down Helmasaur, which granted he's going to have to anyway.
As they're having a little bit of issue with the Pengator room. This room sucks without a good... Although you have Bombos, you could have just nuked the room.
All right, we're getting a quick peek at the Gold Torizo area and the Gold Torizo fight arena. And I saw an arrow cap upgrade, and I couldn't see what the second item was.
The power bombs.
Okay, so pretty much not important.
Not at this point.
And with a fully powered charge beam, this fight is free.
Absolutely. Just step on his toe and you win.
I don't know what this thing is stubbing my toe, but it's killing me.
Literally.
And yep, with charge beam, ammunition is not a concern to Aussie at this point.
Yeah, but he's in Super Metroid Go mode. He doesn't care. He's not going to stop for anything anymore. He's going to check things for Link to the Past, but that's it.
Exactly, and with with screw attack and space jump, the worst room in the game is another free room. Yeah, screw attack is just so almost essential, I would say, for lower Norfair. Not
I'd almost say it
mandatory,
was
but
broken.
yeah, but yeah, especially to get through the Three Stooges and the Three Musketeers. Yeah, you definitely want screw attack.
Definitely saves your life. It's the reason why they have it so late in the game. It's so powerful. You just project this death field around your body while you're jumping. I mean, who wouldn't want?
I wouldn't. I shake hands with people all the time.
As long as you don't jump, you'll be okay, right?
Yeah, but what about if you're just skipping along the sidewalk?
There's too many people on this planet already. I mean, I don't know. We got a red mail somewhere from Asder. I don't know where.
I think that was a nice palace. That had to be a nice palace because that's the only place he's been to. I think it was an Iced H room.
Austin got the best meringue at the Power Bombs of Shame location.
That's actually our first stun weapon.
And Aussie's going to plasma beam these.
Ooh, very nice manipulation there.
Taking the shortcut underneath the lava to get to Ridley. He's going to have enough supers where he's going to be able to nuke it down pretty far and then probably just charge beam.
Ooh, Link is doing the grapple strats to get around Meridia here.
It's very, very interesting way to use the grapple beam.
Yeah, he's cutting it pretty close here. There he goes.
I'll give him credit. I can't do Meridia with the gravity suit. Never mind with it.
Yeah, and Aussie is just getting right up in the face of Ridley here.
When you've got 12 E-tanks, or what has he got? 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus a couple reserves. Yeah, and down goes Ridley for the last boss of Super Metroid. Well, the second to last boss of Super Metroid being dead.
Yeah, we're looking good. Aussie is looking pretty good at this point.
One of the questions I always had about Samus, though, is when she's doing that spin space jump, how does she not get nauseated?
I bet she's something
flipping.
It's either something in the suit or maybe the bird DNA. I don't know.
It's just so weird. I mean, the same thing with Morph Ball. Answer a question in chat. Slim, yes, it is possible, but unlikely.
Yeah, the only possibility if Ped would have a required sword would be if both tablets had swords, which we have not seen yet.
The chances of Pedestal having a sword required is very, 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 very slim to none.
Come to think of it, Ped is dead, actually, because it can't have Samaria or Hookshot.
Very true.
Swamp and Mire are pendant, so the only thing that could be on Pedestal is Turtle Rock's medallion if it's not Bombos or the same one for Mire.
It is true. It could be Ether or Quake. We need it.
Asder is taking on Cold Stare the hard way.
This is not an easy fight with Fighter Sword, Hammer. Oh, gee.
Not to mention, I do not know if Asder burned his. I don't know if he picked up the blue goo yet.
I don't think he did.
Mother Brain. I don't think he did either.
Hammer Cold Stare is a hard fight anyway. I'm also curious why he didn't bombos the. Did he bombos the tank open, or?
I'm honestly not sure.
I'm assuming he did because I saw him drop a couple fire rod shots, and he gets.
Well done.
For another E-tank.
I mean, Astor hasn't killed Dragon or Ridley. He's not going to say no to that. Aussie did find bombs on the way out of Norfair, as well as there was a third bottle, but he elected to skip it.
Yeah, at this point, he doesn't need it. I did not see where the bombs were, though. But Aussie's back in Bubble Mountain, probably on his way out. I don't think he's gonna go kill Mother Brain at this point, but he's not leaving.
He's probably, I think he's heading to the business center to go to Death Mountain.
Norfair escape. Alright, so Aussie's going to do this interesting clip here where if you have the wave beam, you shoot it up at the corner of that little space right there, and somehow you can just walk through those blocks like they're not even there. I don't know how it works, but it does.
I think it's, apparently it does shoot certain blocks off screen, and once those disappear, you can just waltz right on through.
It's a very interesting technical glitch. Fat Fairy has nothing. It's just trash and trash, so...
Arrows and super missiles. You might want to get that back. There you go. You got bullied away from the bomb for a second.
Aussie checked Pyramid.
And yep, as I predicted, Aussie is going to go check the rest of Death Mountain. We have not seen this the entire for the entire seed, and now we're finally getting our first look here.
He's gonna go check Ether Tablet first to see what it is. Leave vanilla, that'd be cool.
Have a better defense, so it is a shield.
So he's not going back for that.
Yeah, and that required sword on pedestal dream is dead, unfortunately. There could still be a sword there, but it won't be hard required.
Another E-tank in the basement of Hera.
Yeah, so that's one item in Tower of Hera. There's only 2 items in Tower of Hera, so we'll see if a big key is here, and it is, so no need to go to the basement just yet.
Even if it does require it, I don't think he's going to go down there. But chances are it's probably going to be upstairs somewhere.
Probably. Asder now about to get the flute from Catfish.
It's going to be a soggy flute. And Link is headed towards Shack 2.
Looks like it. This is not easy suitless. Oh, never mind. It looks like he's turning around.
Captain, do you remember where the boots were? Because I definitely don't. Oh, right. They're on Helmasaur.
Helmasaur King.
Thank you, chat. I forgot already. It happens a lot.
I've seen a few cases lately where bosses have had the boots. I had a seed. I calmed a seed a couple of weeks ago. One of the Link to the Past seeds where there was boots on Trinex.
That's gross. I believe I was either tracking or watching that race, though. And Aussie smashed the tail of Moldorm to death to get Compass.
I don't remember if we've seen the other item in Tower of Hera yet. I want to say
I was not looking.
Not. Oh, someone in chat brings up a good point. We have not seen the check at Waterway, which is Speed Booster lock. So if Speed Booster is on the pedestal, and our medallion is at someplace like Waterway,
that would be horrible. What's wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you guys? That's so mean.
Aussie is not going back for Hera Basement, so I guess he found the other item in Hera. I don't think it was anything important. It might have just been rupees or something. Uh-oh. Link just took another death.
I don't know. He saved before going into the sand pit, so it's not a major.
No, it's not. And there hasn't been anything good in those pits anyway.
The only good thing in Meridia, I believe, was just the Moon Pearl.
Oh, you know what? I think the Hera Basement may have locked itself, because I don't think we ever saw the small key.
I honestly wasn't looking. I was watching Asder and Link.
Yeah, I did see the floating island, but it was just missiles. So now Aussie is going to give us our check of Dark Death Mountain. We've still not seen Paradox
to pay
Cave.
attention to Aussie because he's just so good. He just knows so much. Checkerboard Cave with super missiles. I don't know if we checked that already or not, but that's what it is.
Okay, yeah, chat's confirming the Tower of Hera small key locked itself downstairs.
Well, that's a bonus.
All right, Paradox Cave. We get our other sword and
oh
the Cane
my
of Samaria.
goodness! So now Turtle Rock is fully clearable, right outside. So the key was almost. Never mind. He doesn't have a medallion.
Yeah, although there may be a medallion in the other 5 chests here.
It's true. Plus, he's still got super money. It could be hookshot, which means he could check hookshot.
Well, there you go.
Now he can check a hookshot cave as well.
We may be in no mode if Bombos is needed for TR.
Very true. We know that boots are not required unless the cannon's cow or big key is on the. So now he's going to check Super Bunny Cave. And even then, he will get boots before he gets to Torch because he has to kill Helma.
Exactly. So yeah, the Boots Lock GT Torch is not going to be a issue for our runners this afternoon.
Link made it to Shaq Tool's tower, or tunnel, or whatever.
Yeah, he's about to get very disappointed.
How often are people actually excited about Shaq Tool?
I was when it had the Moon Pearl a few weeks back in October.
No, don't even talk about that one. That was a long seed.
But Aussie did not find anything in Super Bunny Cave except a little more health, which granted, not going to say no to a little more health at this point. You're still only on 10 hearts blue mail. I think what Aussie wants to find right now, obviously besides the medallion, is another sword.
Another sword would be very nice.
Yeah, you would prefer to not go into Gan and Master Sword. Tempered Sword Silvers, you'll be fine.
Master Sword is just an unnecessary difficulty. Oh, it's Bombos.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have hit no mode. And actually, Asder is going to be... Actually, did Asder pick up... Asder didn't pick up any suits, has he?
I do not believe so.
Wow. But Asder is going to pick up the Cane and Hookshot after finishing up Tower of Hera.
And Aussie knows where Bombos is, so he's going to go straight for it.
Yeah, so Aussie is going to be in go mode. Well, he's not going to be... Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Alright, Asti is in Please Kill Helmasaur to get those boots mode, actually. Actually, wait, he doesn't even need the boots. So yeah, at about 152.02, Aussie 101 has entered go mode.
Yeah, he'll get the go. He'll get the boots regardless, so he doesn't have much of a choice.
And Asder will not be too far behind. Now, Asder does have 2 full extra dungeon clears, 3 actually, on top of Aussie, but at the same time also has to take out Dragon and Ridley, both of which should be super easy with his current equipment.
But he does not have any suits.
Ah, yeah, no suits. Forgot about that.
He's not been to Crocomire or Hammer Pegs yet.
Alright, Asder is about to go get that Master Sword in Paradox Cave. Well, eventually, he's got to go back for it first, but we'll eventually get it.
I think Asder's probably going to open Turtle Rock while he's here.
Might as well.
You're already standing on top of it. You might as well crack it open. Link is having extreme difficulty getting out of Meridia.
There he goes. Asder's next stop appears to be Spiral Cave. And after that, he's just going to exit right out and go straight to Paradox, I would imagine. Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing how when Aussie and Asder do end up converging on GT.
This is going to be a very interesting close neck race, possibly.
Yeah, all things considering, not too trolly of a seat. I'm trying to think of anything that may have been like ridiculously out of the way. You either had to do Suitless Meridia or Hell Run to Croc to get Moon Pearl.
Aussie's on his way to Pod, so he's going to get his boots there, and he'll be on the quick track to the end of the.
Yeah, Asder about to get Hookshot and Hookshot from Paradox Cave, and this will put him in go mode at 155.36.
Now, I do consider that they probably will still be opening chests to try to find at least one more sword.
Oh, actually, yeah. I would definitely imagine Asder is also still looking, probably would prefer to have Various Suit before attempting to Hell Run to Ridley.
He's probably going to clear Turtle Rock and then do Ganon's Tower while he's up.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
May not necessarily go straight to Ganon, but he can just... I mean, he might. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do here, but he's easily can clear out the tower.
I think he's going to go straight to Ganon. Or at least kill Ganon right on the spot, because it's more optimal to reset after killing Ganon rather than take out Mother Brain and then take a cross-game portal to get back to Zelda. And there was another E-Tank in Hookshot Cave, too, so Asder should have at least... You should have about a dozen E-Tanks probably by now.
That's probably close to that, yeah. There's a ridiculous amount of E-Tanks. I still wouldn't envy him doing a Power Suit Ridley. That doesn't sound...
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to do that when he hit go mode. I knew I was forgetting something. That's the other thing we never found was the lamp.
Very true. We don't
so
know
all these dark rooms are out of logic, but
yeah, I'm
it's
trying
still
to think.
something necessary.
Maybe it's chilling in Swamp Palace.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, with the V29 logic they've been, or V31 logic they've been using Link in the past, these rooms are no issue. Oh, Hazy only has one bottle, so he's trying to capture a fish. And he's got a blue potion. I think the potion's probably worth a little bit more.
Yeah, because it's a full health refill compared to a 7 heart regeneration at the end. And Astor does have more hearts than he does that a fairy would heal, so...
64-bit Link is running into the Dragon fight with 1 energy tank and empty reserves.
Ooh, this is gonna be dangerous. If he tries grapple strats, this is gonna hurt a lot.
Well, now he's only got 16 health left.
Well, now he can't do grapple.
Helmasaur is dead. Now he's going to get his Go Fasters. No.
Yeah, Aussie gonna be real happy to see those.
He still has Ice Palace and Turtle Rock to clear out, whereas Asdur has Turtle Rock and has to kill Dragon and Ridley, but does not have any suits.
Ooh, Link successfully performing a Crystal Flash.
But then reset.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
I totally forgot about Crystal Flashes being in Logic. Was that a lock? Does that soft lock you?
Yeah, I think he got hit during the Crystal Flash.
Astor just checked Mimic Cave and it was garbage. Our lamp was in Turtle Rock. Are you serious?
That is an evil spot for that lamp.
That's an awful place to have the lamp. So they expected you to do Turtle Rock before you did Pod.
Wow.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, because there wasn't anything in Pod besides E-Tanks and other useless stuff.
I mean, technically, they wanted you to do Pod before you got your Ice Beam. I mean, come on. Or not Pod, Turtle Rock. I mean, that's ridiculous. And Ice Beam was in the back of his cave. Like, that's not fair. But at least they got it for this room. This room's pretty rough without it. So I think Link just successfully got his blue suit. Because he did get grabbed during the crystal.
Yeah. Looks gonna have to burn into his reserves a little bit in order to perform the grapple kill here.
Dude, Dragon's hitting him like a freight train.
This is not good.
That's definitely not good.
Oof.
Link's been having a tough day. Asdur finished with Laser Bridge, gonna head over to Trinex and take that boss down. Probably gonna do Hammer Strats because doesn't have half magic, so he's gonna need to be conservative with his magic. Although I believe he still has a green and blue pot, but I could be wrong.
He has just the blue pot. Or not.
Interesting choice.
Oh, you know what? Asdur's the only one without a bottle.
Wow.
He never got the bottle from Zora, never got the bottle at Under Mother Brain, never got the Ice Beam.
I mean, it's not required, so... Surger, our second sword, was in Paradox Cave. Still, MIA on the third and fourth ones. And Link takes another death to Drake. Asdur successfully taking down Turtle Rock, or Trinex. With that, he gets his 7th crystal. And you know what that... and the Quake Medallion, just for kicks. With 7 crystals, that means Ganon's Tower is open, and that means there are 22 locations within inside the basement of Ganon's Tower to find the big key. You can put your guesses in chat, and when we get to the chest, we'll call out your name, and that's about all you get. But he's headed straight for Ganon's Tower now, so you've got about another 15-20 seconds to get your guesses in chat. Captain, I see you picked 13.
Yeah, because it's been... yeah, because there have been some unlucky and unfavorable item placements this time around. So yeah, I'm going with 13.
As far as the hard logic siege is concerned, it's not been like the tricks have not been terribly bad, but there's just not a very nice placement of items at all.
Yeah, especially that lamp.
All right, the guessing game is over now that he's inside.
First stop is the Hope Room. Small key and heart piece.
And Link took another Death of Dragon. Let's see what's on the torch. The mushroom. There's drugs on Ganon's torch. He's going back for it. Or not?
I was thinking about it, I think.
Probably thinking he might get a sword out of that, or maybe a suit. I doubt it. He knows there's no suits. There is no, it cannot be any progression for Super Metroid in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, so no sign of suits. Speed Booster maybe chilling out here.
It's not required, so it is possible.
So chests 4 through 7, nothing particularly of note besides another hard container.
Which at this point, red mail of 12 hearts is not too bad to have again. There's the burrito number 8.
Yeah, I'm thinking Astor is probably, or Chad is agreeing with me on this one. Astor is probably looking for E-Tanks at this point because he may end up doing Ridley without Various Suit.
I have no idea how many E-Tanks he has, but I know he has quite a few.
Yeah, because right now, in his case, Various Suit is in a very inopportune location. It's not near any cross-game portals. It's all the way at Hammer Pegs.
But he's got the flute.
True.
And honestly, I would want it at least to make the run to Ridley a little bit easier.
Yeah, he does not have space jump. All right,
so 9, 10, 11, 12, correct?
Yep, nothing of importance there.
As a note, Astor's making a full left side commitment. In my opinion, I think this is the better of the two routing decisions, but that's just my opinion. So, take that as what it's worth. Probably not. 10 through 13. Sorry, I don't know how to count, apparently. Oh, I forgot about the firebar room, or the firebar room, yeah. Number 14 is going to be Bob's chest.
Hi, Bob.
Yeah, Bob got fixed, apparently.
Yeah, Bob's looking pretty good today.
Oh, hey! Temper Sword at Bob's chest. That's helpful.
Thanks, Bob.
Bob was very useful. Thank you, Bob.
I guess the 13 is out the window.
Yep. It's getting closer and closer to my guess of 19.
All right, 15 through 17. Super missiles, red rupee, and a B-torp. There's our 4th bottle.
All right, so we got 4 or 5 more checks down here. The question is, does he do tile room first, or does he go past it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Just right through it.
He says, lol, no.
I think at this point, Link is just trying to entertain until he sees it not done. Then he's probably going to fork.
We shall see. We get what he's trying to do. He's trying to get blue suit off of Dragon here, and I think he may have pulled it off.
21. 21 was where the big key was.
Oh boy, that is evil. Oh, I do not see a blue suit on Link.
I don't see any 21s, but I do see a 20. Where'd it go? I just swear to God. Oh. Shadowed Flame with a 20 is the person who got closest. Congratulations, you win a shout out on on the stream and an infinite supply of rando seeds. Link did get Dragon down though, so now it's just a matter of getting out of it. Oh, hey, wow, okay, he didn't have blue suit. That
Very
was
nicely done.
That was easy.
Aussie needing a couple of extra Ice Rod shots on try next, but has half magic, so won't be too much of an issue. Asder, meanwhile, is going to the refill room to get a quick resupply of health and magic.
Aussie's very close to death, but he takes down the final head. Asder's making his way through the gauntlet, the second gauntlet, the upper gauntlet of Ganon's Tower, not the gauntlet in Super Metroid.
Yeah, we'll see if he ends up checking the last 4 here in order to maybe find another energy tank.
It's going to be a very tough decision to do those suitless. Those will be the biggest slowdowns he'll have if that's what he decides to do.
Yeah, luckily for Asder, only thing he has to do is kill Dragon, but yeah, Gravity Suit is Gravity Suit's in the complete opposite direction at this point.
Ridley's not going to be a very fun fight either. Ridley held die from the Lower Norfair portal, and Meyer is not going to be a favorable favorable.
Yeah, and Asder still does not have Screw Attack from Wreckship Basement. He elected to skip that.
Which is going to hurt him even more. Aussie's heading his way into Ganon's Tower now.
We'll see if Aussie decides to go right first and end up saving a little bit of time on Asder here. And that is exactly what he's doing. Has the key, might as well go right.
Yep, he's going to get that a lot quicker by doing this route.
And Asder is checking the last 4 chests, but so far hasn't found anything noticeable besides some super missiles. And down goes Moldorm 2 for Asder.
I did not see.
I did not see either. I don't see any change in his money or weapons count, so I don't think it was anything of that nature. It wasn't a sword. It may have just been a hard piece.
Everybody's favorite geometry fight.
64-bit Link is hovering on his map still.
Azur's stream is becoming a little laggy, so I can't tell how many hits he has on Aga, but apparently it was all 6, because Aga's dead.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the big pig.
Was that double, triple? No, I saw at least a blue ball, so it had to have been triple, double?
Probably. Want to hear what the Ganon pun is, too, today?
Well, we may be waiting for Aussie to do that at this.
Unfortunately.
Oh, okay, we're in phase 2?
Nope, still 1. Nope, we aren't 2.
Aussie missing the 0 cycle by about a million. Now we're on phase 3. Cannon, please. Link may be taking a bio break after that hellacious Dragon.
And Asder has asked, did you find the arrows in, that was Brinstar, right? Yes, please, have them.
Here, have another one. And you get our single G's in chat for Asder, who's taking down the big pig. And he's going to do some checks. I don't know where he's going to go, but he's going somewhere.
Yeah, he's fluting. He's most likely fluting to... No, he's fluting to Kakariko. Oh, he's getting his ice beam.
That's good. He doesn't know, but he doesn't know the value of that till he gets there. But darn, that's a good get.
Wow, lucky guess on his part.
He may be hoping for a suit. And Aussie's doing his swagster of bomb jumping across the gap.
Oh, here we go again.
Every time Aussie does this because he likes to show it off. I'm not sure if he's pause buffering or...
He's pause buffering, yeah. Because he has to spin, or he has to time his spin slash to Moldorm right as the bomb goes off to be in the optimal position. Like that.
My goodness, every single time. It's always a beautiful thing to...
Alright, so it looks like Asder is, he fluted to Swamp to go do the, to go through the Meridia portal, so he's gonna go deal with Dragon first.
Yeah, it's a choice. I mean, suitless. We just saw how painful suitless Dragon can be, but he's going to have significantly more health than Link.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
8 E-tanks plus however many reserves, 2 or 3?
Yeah, 80 tanks plus 2 reserves, plus enough ammo to Crystal Flash twice. I think Asder's okay. But yeah, I do not foresee him going back for Various Suit at this point.
No, not at this point, no. To
right.
answer your question in chat, yes, it probably would have been faster to kill the boss, but it's not nowhere near as cool.
Alright, Aussie is now on the way to the Big Pig.
Gonna have to do our 28 spin attacks to get to phase 4. So get your comfy shoes on. We're gonna be here for a minute.
And Ganon said, if you were a burrito, what kind of burrito would you be? He fancies a spicy, was that a barbecue burrito?
I saw a spicy burrito, but I didn't see the word between it.
I saw spicy and barbecue, but I didn't see the third one. I'll take a quick look on the playback. And I'm actually surprised Ganon just didn't have any of the burritos we've been finding in our dungeons.
We got a few of them.
Oh, it was barbacoa? Is that how it's pronounced, Akir?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, yeah, unfortunately, I'm out of the loop on that one, too. Never been a burrito person.
Barbacoa is goat meat.
Ah.
Oh wait, no, I lied. Barbacoa is often prepared with parts from the heads of cattle, such as the cheeks. In northern Mexico, it also made from beef, and also prepared from... Interesting choice of meat. I don't know if I'd want to eat cow cheeks. I mean, I don't know. And Dragon's down with a couple E-tanks to spare.
Now here's the next $1 million question. How is Asdrug going to get out? I don't remember seeing crystal flashing.
No, he doesn't have a blue suit, so he's probably going to do a spring ball jump.
Probably spring
Is
ball
that doable? Let's get a single G in chat for Aussie for taking on the big pig.
Ah.
What kind of movement is that?
So what he did there was he used the grapple beam to bounce off the corner of the floor and then use the upward momentum from that and do constant unmorph jumps to get up to the top.
That's impressive. Link just took a death in the basement of Thieves Town near the Maiden's cell. But did not get the Maiden. That was impressive from Asdra. I mean, a lot of these movement things in Super Metroid I've never seen or can't do at all. So it's really interesting to see these runners do them.
Indeed. We have Aussie now heading on down to fight the big brain. Asdra, unfortunately, still has to take out Ridley. So at this point, I would say it is Aussie's race to lose.
Absolutely. He's got 9 E-tanks, two reserves, a whole bunch of missiles, charged wispy beam. I mean, he's
yeah, and he's got more suits too, so better defense as well against Mother Brain. Asdra does not. Asdra also did not pick up screw attacks, so might have a little bit of trouble with getting out of Norfair.
To be honest, I found that from my perspective, Mother Brain was actually not that difficult of a fight. Everything before her is hard. She herself is not terribly difficult.
Yeah, all things considering, Mother Brain, up until you get Hyper Beam, is mostly a cutscene when you think about it.
However, we are at 2 hours and 22 minutes for Aussie, so that is a really fast time for a combo random.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of any other, like, insane logic chains, and really, I can't think of any. Because I'm trying to think. Kane and Hookshot were in Paradox.
We had Mitz early on, but Mirror was in Meyer. So you had to get the flute to get the mirror.
Yeah,
but in order to get both of those, you had to go to either Suitless Meridia or a Hell Run to get Gravity to get the Moon Pearl. So one of those two items was required.
Yeah, but other than that, that's pretty much all we got.
No crazy CWJs, no crazy any other really major large changes. But not to say that the game is easy by any means. This game is a very challenging game, period. But none of the hard logic tricks were really required.
Yeah, and all things considering, no mandatory pendant dungeon dives either. Because Eastern just had 3 heart pieces, and whatever was on the green pendant was It was a mail upgrade.
Yeah, it was blue mail.
So yeah, no pendant dives were required. We didn't even have to dip into Swamp or Mire, which are two dungeons you do not want to dip if they're pendants.
Interesting choice by Aussie for not even trying to get the baby skill. He had the ability to do so, he just didn't feel like it. And Asder's making his run to Ridley without any suit.
Oh boy.
This is going to be interesting.
We told you at the start this was going to be a good one, folks, and this is the reason why.
This is not in logic, and it's not easy. Especially considering he doesn't have screw attack.
Yeah, the last thing he wants to do now is get caught in that acid.
Having space jump makes it a little bit easy. And Aussie gets the Zebetite skip, and now he's on to phase 1 Mother Brain. Pumping that brain full of missiles. Moving on to phase 2 of Mother Brain very easily.
You know, I've heard of everybody making the big brain play, but this is ridiculous.
This is more like Galaxy Brain plays, man.
That's the one.
Asder's getting close. He needs to find a... Is there any safe rooms here, or is it all here?
I think there is one save room, but I don't remember if it's before or after Ridley. Oh, he's down to under 2 E-tanks.
Oof. This is safe. That's good.
Yeah, he's checking this item down here to see if it's an E-tank. It is
He'll
not.
Probably do a crystal flash before he continues on.
We'll see. Aussie is in. Aussie has gone to the Rainbow Beam phase of Mother Brain. Is preparing stand-up glitch. And succeeds.
Well, almost. Now he just has to be airborne when Baby comes on screen. Which is not hard when you have space jump. And there it is. Now he's gonna have this. I bet I'm almost willing to bet that he will not have any shots to kill Mother Brain. He's gonna kill her as she phase changes, because he can.
Yeah, definitely not going to be much longer before the big brain goes down. Asder did find the save room and is making his way to Ridley now, is performing that crystal flash. Now he's got enough armaments for one more crystal flash.
He does need to have enough ammo and survivability to actually kill the big bird and get out.
He does have charge beam. But now he just burnt his 11th power bomb, so now he's a power bomb short for another crystal flash.
Make that 2. He was hoping that might be a power bomb. The power bomb's a shame we're actually power bomb.
Or another energy tank, either or. He really does not want to get hit by these spikes. If he gets hit by the falling spikes, that's at least an energy tank of damage. A 0-shot Mother Brain 3.
Boom! Yeah. Oh, man.
His suit's still pink.
Yeah, he never even got transformed into it. He just killed her. Oh, there we go.
Problem solved. All right.
He's like, I don't want to be pink.
Asder has safely reached the farm room, but now it's time for Aussie to get out.
Yeah, time to get out.
Wow, this is impressive. This is gonna be probably a sub 230 for Aussie.
Oh, if he takes, if he doesn't get out in the next 2 minutes, it's gonna blow up the planet. So he kind of has no choice but to be sub 2. I mean, he's got about a 40-second grace period to make it over 230. So I guess it is technically possible.
Asder has elected to perform the second crystal flash in front of Ridley's lair, which makes a lot of sense in hindsight.
He does have enough supers to take out Ridley, but if you use all the supers, you're not going to the crystal flash again. So.
Yeah, we'll see how he elects to play this one. I don't believe it was an E-tank behind Ridley. I believe it was just missiles. So, yeah, there's not going to be much for Asder here for getting out. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Ridley only drops health upon a KO.
I do not recall. I'm not that well versed in the Super Metroid tricks and tips and stuff.
Oh, he does drop.
He's gonna have to trigger his reserves.
Yeah, he does not have enough power bombs to Crystal Flash.
And Aussie is at the ship. GG's to Aussie. Put those up in chat.
Aussie has finished. You first.
I was just gonna say, what a time. What a time, man.
Absolutely. He finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 2:29:07. Astounding performance by Aussie 101.
That's an amazing time. That's the fastest, I believe that's the fastest combo time I've ever seen.
It's definitely one of the fastest I've seen live, for sure.
We'll probably get him in for an interview shortly.
Asder is cutting it real close here. And we are joined by Aussie in the booth. GG, Aussie. Very well played.
GG. Thanks.
What are your thoughts on this seed, Aussie?
I guess the back half felt pretty fast, and the front half felt slow.
Yeah, we started out getting a lot of items, like both gloves in Kakariko, and then we just had to get Moon Pearl in Meridia, and then things just kind of slowed down from there.
I think Asder's in deep doo-doo right now.
Understatement of the year.
Oh, man. There it goes. So, just so you know, Aussie, that the Moon Pearl was either Lava Dot or Hell Run locked or Suitless Meridia locked, depending on which route you decided to choose. I think that's going to be it for Asder. I don't think he's going to try again.
Indeed it is. We have confirmation Asder has forfeited.
Let's give our GGs out in chat for putting on such a good performance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See if he'll join us.
So, Aussie, do you want to know where a tempered sword was hiding? Because we did find one.
Sure.
It was in Bob's chest in GT.
No, too far out of the way.
Yeah, you made the right routing decision. You went right. So I mean, you got a faster GT clear without a tempered sword. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I've been on a bit of a hot streak with my GT big key guesses.
And your always wonderful Moldorm 2 skips.
Yeah, loses a bit of time, but looks swag.
It definitely does.
Actually, this was a seed where it could have been relevant. It had the Swamp and Mire pendants and didn't have boots at the time. Not that I can really hover.
Yeah, luckily boots were free this seed.
Yeah, there was no actual looking for those. They were just handed to you on a silver platter.
Yeah, but I was in go mode before finding the hook shot.
Yeah, that's fair. You don't need it, so.
Yeah, there were actually no mandatory pendant dungeon dives this seed because the only thing outside hospital was a mail upgrade, and all 3 items in Easter were hard pieces.
And even the hook shot not required at all because the right side Candace Tower had the key, so you didn't even need to go left. So with your bomb jump strats on Moldorm 2, you didn't need.
Yeah. So I guess for the race, I felt that I lost some time with my Eastern dip and my Eastern death. as well as clearing out some of the slower checks in Super Metroid. So I figured I would, in general, be a bit behind, unless Asder missed something, such as Varia.
He missed Varia and Gravity. Never picked either of those up.
Yeah, he doesn't have gravity either. Didn't notice him.
Yeah, he didn't. I think once he got the Hammer and the Moon Pearl, I think he went straight to. Trying to think where he went first. I think he went straight to Pod.
Yeah, he was making some big gambles early on.
And the seeds sort of look like a suitless Meridia seed.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of those lately.
He was handing you all the tools necessary to do Suitless Meridia quite early.
Yeah, I just didn't find the spring ball until after I had gravity, so I didn't have incentive to do that.
Yeah, luckily Shack Tool was garbage.
Or unluckily.
Did he do suitless Shack Tool too?
I don't believe Asder ever got to Shack Tool, no, but Link did.
Asder, two people got to Shack Tool.
Yeah, Aussie did. Aussie killed Shack Tool twice.
That's right.
Yeah, I did everything but Waterway.
Yeah, that's because we never found Speed Booster.
Yeah, wasn't even in GT. For all we know, it's chilling on the pedestal or in Swamp Palace.
It's probably in one of the pendant dungeons we didn't touch. Link's gonna be disappointed by his dig game. 5 digs for a set of missiles.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So, under optimal circumstances, what Link needs to do is get the flute, then go straight back up to, then go to Meyer Shed to get the mirror, and then just go up to Death Mountain to get the hookshot and cane, and then he's pretty much good to go. And then go back to get Bamos on Desert.
I would say he probably wants to get his suits.
Oh yeah, I forgot the suits. Admittedly, I'm a little hooked on A Link to the Past right now because of the tourneys.
Yeah, mate. I don't blame you. I'm more hooked on the Metroid stuff because I've been doing the Metroid Prime stuff, so I feel. But I mean, the suits, as we just saw, Asder struggling to do the Ridley dive without Varia is extraordinarily difficult. And I don't think Link has anywhere near the amount of energy tanks that Asder had.
I think he was only cracking away at 5 by the time he broke out of Dragon.
Really gonna chase down the green rupees from the bush crab?
Well, he needs money for Pod.
Oh, yes he does. There's a rock right there. It's got 50 of them in it.
I think he's hoping the bush crabs would have 20s. Because yeah, Pod needs 110 rupees. Plus, depending on if you can get Kiki to the door.
Yeah, 110 minimum. More if you're unlucky.
I think he's good now, though. You know what I'd like to see? An SMZ3 festive mode.
That would be interesting.
Except I'm kind of curious to know how you would festive mode the Super Metroid side.
Make all the items presents. You could kind of put like snow on everything.
Put a Santa hat on the Torizo statues.
There you go. I mean, you can't have ice physics because there aren't any, but you could put like, I don't know, maybe snowfall. I don't know what is modifiable inside Super Metroid.
Turn the Dakora into a reindeer.
I mean, changing enemies into festive things could be interesting. Instead of Edacoons, you got a bunch of elves.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. It fits their character model too.
Yeah, they're very helpful. They're short. They like to jump around. They're very nice. All right. Just spitballing ideas here. Rambling, you know. My brain's just going. Trying to think of what else to say at this point. Blake's got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, he's still gonna have to find all those items and kill Ridley.
Which I'm willing to bet he's probably not going to want to do that suitless.
No, he won't want to do that suitless. Granted, if he routes in Smith Chain and Hammer Pegs, then that won't be an issue, but even still.
Maybe he'll find the location of some of the items we haven't seen yet. Because he still needs Bombos, Cane, Hookshot, Flute. Not Flute. Not Flute? Flute. He
I
doesn't.
think technically Flute. By logic. Because the Variasuit was in Hammer Pegs. Well, actually, if the Variasuit was in Hammer Pegs, then he could have gotten to that without backdooring Lower Norfair.
Yeah, so, I mean, the Flute just makes it easier. It's a quicker trip than having to go all the way through Lower Norfair to get there.
Yeah, luckily Link is going to get the Bombos medallion here, because that's actually probably one of the most conveniently placed items so far this entire seed was that Bombos medallion.
Yeah, and you know, we had quite a few commentators' gifts this seed.
Yeah.
Hookshot was one. What else was one? I know we had a whole bunch. There's more than one for sure.
I think Variasuit actually.
Yeah, that was definitely one of them. I said always bet on Croc, and there was a gravity suit.
Exactly.
Yep, Croc was good today.
Yeah, Croc. I always bet on Croc, even though I've only beaten the game twice. Seeing all these races, Croc-a-Meyer tends to have. I mean, and then Mini Moldorm Cave was redonkulous.
Yeah, Mini Moldorm and Cax.
Fully loaded cave.
Yeah, all of our high density checks were actually really good today. Paradox Cave was great. Mini Moldorm Cave.
The only one that really wasn't all that great was Hookshot Cave, but at that point you didn't really need anything anyway.
Yeah, Hype Cave was garbage too. That book ended up not being required.
That's true. Yes, chat. Asdr did forfeit after he died escaping Ridley's lair. He was close to getting, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, he was not getting enough health refills from those bird things, whatever.
Yeah, I think he had too much of a super missile deficiency for the RNG to weigh in his favor for health.
Yeah, I would presume that that's what the issue was.
Going for Fire Rod strats on Moldorm. I mean, you get a free magic refill once you're done anyway, so... Ooh. Missed that shot there. There he goes.
I think the magic refill is slower than the pause to silvers. So that's why I
depends on
stopped
how
using
much...
Fire Rod.
Depends on the amount of magic used, I think. Now, there's something I'm curious to know. I know that in some boss kills, the crystal music sometimes cuts out after you get the crystal, and sometimes it plays. I'm curious to know what causes that.
Should be programming glitches? I have no idea.
I've never noticed that.
So where else does he has to go now? He has to get. He's got to go to Paradox, but you can't get there yet.
Did we ever find Lamp?
Yes,
Yes.
Lamp was in
Turtle Rock Big Chest.
Turtle Rock Big Key Chest. Or the big chest. The big chest. A terrible, terrible location for it, in my opinion.
Yeah, you were expected to do TR before you went to Pod.
And Back of Escape. And Eastern.
Yeah, luckily fire wasn't actually really needed this seed for, you didn't need to do Hera Basement. We didn't have to go to Meyer.
One of the things Land Molas requires fire. That's about it.
That's about it, actually.
And, that and Ice Palace.
Well, Fire Rod was really early in Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah, it made it easy.
Yeah, I was more for referring to torch locks.
I actually forgot I didn't have a lamp when I went to do Pod. So I was real surprised that the room was all dark.
And that was just a really complicated place to put it, because I mean, you had to do desert to get your bombos, and then get everything else, go up there, do it, and then logically come back down and do all the rest of the stuff. That's just insane. I think the only items we did not find completely were Speed Booster and which, I mean, they're probably buried in one of the pendant dungeons that we didn't step into. I mean, because we went everywhere else. Ooh, a bee. Useful. Obviously 64-bit Link didn't like that. So now he's gonna head over to Pod, maybe? Maybe Catfish then Pod? Nope, just Pod. He doesn't have the money for Kiki. Well, that's going to be a very unfortunate discovery when he gets.
I felt that after my Super Metroid trip, I had a lot of money.
Yeah, Cray dropped 300. There was quite a few big rupee drops in Super Metroid. And there he is. You just realized that he can't go any further. It's very unfortunate. Gonna go into Upper North here. It looks like he's gonna head into the business center. I'm not sure where he's gonna go from here, though. Looks like he's gonna do a run to Bubble Mount.
Yeah, at this point, he really doesn't need to get gravity from Croc.
No, but Varia would be very nice. Woo!
Just barely made it to Bubble Mountain.
That was close.
Yeah, we do know there is a bailout E-tank coming up here.
Yeah, that was a very nice use of your of using that E-tank. He's only got 5 health in his reserve. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he doesn't know there's an E-tank in there, so he's thinking, oh boy. Ah, I see what he's doing here. He's intentionally lowering.
He's gonna do a crystal flash.
Yeah, and then be very disappointed.
Yeah, definitely. That's such a cool trick. I never even knew that was a thing until I started watching these and commenting. I know it requires a whole bunch of button presses to do it, but he's gonna look at it like, son of a gun.
Yeah, he's doing the same.
Or not.
I was gonna say he was gonna do the same thing that
Aussie did. Save it for the way out, but he's got plenty of health to do it just without worrying.
Looked like he was trying to, but got caught in the acid, the lava.
Yeah. It happens. And the speed booster run for a hell run is not too terrible, especially with the farming location just outside the door up here.
And there's another E-tank at speed.
Very true.
Also helpful.
Ooh, the Shriek Bats are not cooperating here.
Is that what those are?
I think they're Shriek Bats.
I mean, I have no idea, but it kind of, you know what? It does kind of. They do behave like Shriek Bats, and they do kind of look like them. So I'll go with it. I'll go. Never really put 2 and 2 together. It's good that he has those super high farming areas right there. They're a little bit easier to farm there than in other locations, in my opinion. I've only had to do it a couple times though, so I can't. In my opinion, it doesn't matter all that much.
Yeah, another one of the really good farming spots is where there are those 5 enemies just outside Batoon's area.
Those are real nice.
Yeah, it's especially nice if you have Plasma Beam, because then you can just take all 5 of them out in one shot. And just grapple beam.
In this game, Plasma Beam was free. It just handed to you in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, come to think of it, pretty much all of our beams were free.
Yeah, none of them were really out of the way.
Like, Spazer we got right away, but that instantly got canceled by Plasma and Wave. And Ice Charge was just chilling in the front of Skull Wood, so that was easy.
Ice Beam would probably be the one that was the most out of the way, I would say.
And even then, that's in massive air quotes.
I don't know. Link doesn't have Wave Beam yet.
I don't even remember where Wave Beam was.
Wave Beam was in Dark Cross.
Right.
Which wasn't too far out of the realm of possibilities, although granted, you were expected to go to Turtle Rock before picking that up.
Yeah. Way to go, game.
I guess Ice Beam was kind of interesting, actually, because I turned in my bottle and got Ice Beam from Sick Kid before doing Meridia, and that let me skip to Dragon with the Ice Clip.
Yeah, she did some very interesting ice and snail clips there. A lot of chat was saying that they'd never seen a snail clip from that side of the room. And I haven't either, but you always amaze me with some of the tricks that you do.
Yeah,
Link, you're scaring us again.
I'm expecting it to catch on by now.
Maybe they're just so difficult that you're the only one who can do it.
Interestingly, Astor actually got the last, Astor got the Ice Beam right before he went, right after he finished, Ganon. He actually went to Kakariko first, to turn in the one bottle he had, because his bottle was under Mother Brain. He didn't get the bottle from Zora or the other two bottles in Upper Norfair and GT.
I guess that's the one bottle I got too, then. The old Mother Brain.
There was a bottle there. There was a bottle on Zora. I don't recall where the other two were.
Yeah, the other was in, I want to say, the Franker Z room in Norfair. And the other was GT somewhere.
I have no idea where the Franker Z room is in Norfair, so...
It's on the Ridley Escape.
Well, this will be a nice, quick Crocomire kill. He's going to be relatively disappointed with the item he receives here, though.
Well, if anything, it's going to at least allow him to stop the lava damage.
That moonwalk stuff is cool. I have no idea how to do that, but that's cool.
And Link is probably wondering, why didn't I have this an hour ago?
Oh yeah, he's definitely not happy. Yeah, there's Angry Link. Smash.
Oh boy.
I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, that
If
gives
we're up to Samus, we blow the planet up right now.
You were getting ready to say something, Aussie?
Yeah, I was saying that gives him a few more checks that he doesn't really want to go do.
Yeah, he's not going to want to go back to Meridian now.
No, there's nothing there anyway, so... I think he got all the value out of Meridia that there is. I don't think there's a single piece of, single item left there that's worth... Wait, I think the only thing that was there was Moon Pearl, correct? Like, there was nothing else.
Yeah.
Pearl, powder.
Oh yeah, powder, true. Powder was in that location, though. You're going to check it regardless, unless you're in go mode at that point.
Yep.
Yeah, one convenience that everybody found pretty quick was Space Jump. Oh, would you like to know where? Would you like to know where Screw Attack was chilling, Aussie?
I had
think
it,
he
but
had
I
it.
forgot.
It was in
by
Wreck Ship.
gravity. Yeah, the missiles by gravity.
Yeah, he just doesn't have it highlighted on his tracker, but he had it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Because he also checked the speed booster location or speed booster lock location by jumping up the back.
That's right.
I remember some things. Begs the question: where is Link gonna go now?
Probably back to pod.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. The real thing that could maybe send him the right way is the flute, so that he can get the mirror from Meyer Shed and then go up to Dark Death Mountain to get the rest of his goods.
How did he miss Varia? Just not do hammer pegs or not have
Yeah,
hammers?
he's not been there yet.
Yeah, I didn't do hammer pegs.
Like, he's been to Thieves Town though, so he was in the area.
That's I don't know. I don't know why he didn't go do hammer pegs while he was there.
He might have. It might be because he felt behind after all the hiccups in Meridia at the time. I don't know.
It's possible.
looks like Meridia checks.
Not where I'd want to go.
Maybe you can exit at the Meridia portal, and then go to Catfish for Flute.
Yeah, that might be what he's doing. I actually forgot. Where was Spring Ball again? It was in Meridia, right?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
Was that Spazer?
That's right.
That was 2 hours ago, man. You're lucky I remember what happened yesterday.
What happened yesterday? I'm.
I have no idea. That's what I meant. I messed that up. I barely remember what happened earlier.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. I'm all sorts of messed up right now. I think I'm just gonna be quiet for a little bit.
Yeah, this is revenge on Mama Turtle, because Mama Turtle handed 64-bit Link a KO as well.
She does a lot of
think.
damage. She killed somebody. I don't know if it was her or Link or Asder. I can't remember. He's so much happier now that he has gravity down here, though.
I'm still really wondering where that speed booster was hanging out. But I guess we'll never know at this point.
I'm willing to bet it was in the swamp.
Left side swamp, no less.
Probably. Just a couple of pixels too high.
Yeah, there is a way to use X-ray if you are a bit high. That'll force stand you, and then you can jump from that higher position.
Yeah, I
Fascinating.
think he doesn't have it though. There we go. The King O'Brien.
Yeah, unfortunately, that really didn't do us any favors this time around.
Yeah, we never made it to Spike Cave, which could have speed booster.
Gotta scoot a little bit over to the left there. There you go.
Them mini Dragon thingies hurt like.
Yeah, they do.
I hate these rooms. These are like my least favorite rooms in the whole game.
Yeah, the sandfall just really that looks so painful.
Makes you feel like you're walking in soup.
All right, Link is going. Looks like back to Norfair, so it's probably gonna head back to A Link to the Past. Yep. Yeah, I was realizing he didn't have the flute yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, he could go get it though if he knew where it was. I mean, he's not going to give up, chat. Come on, really keep pushing forward. No retreat, no surrender, right?
You got that right.
Well, at least this time he's got the money for Kiki.
Yeah, more than enough this time. One thing that actually was really, that I remember about the festive mode that was great was King Zor was replaced by King Boo, and the item was actually free.
Yeah.
You didn't have to pay for it.
Trick or treats were nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And the options you had, whether you want the item was yes or oh carp.
Yeah, I love the way that the developers do that kind of stuff. The music in particular was definitely my favorite.
Yeah, the Castlevania music and the pendant dungeons.
And then the Nightmare Before Christmas music and the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory music. They just did really, really good work. It's just impressive to see that much. See the amount of work they do with all that stuff for us.
Yeah, I hope we could. I do hope that there is a festive setting for Christmas.
Yeah, me too. I really like it when I have snow boots, so I don't have to worry about ice physics. Because I hate ice physics.
Oh, that would be a great idea for to add a snow boots feature to the Pegasus boots.
I actually had it a couple years ago where all the water in Hyrule was frozen, and then you had Pegasus boots and snow boots. So like Swamp Palace was completely frozen, so you could just walk right in and do it without having snow boots. Snow boots, I don't think are required for anything.
That is pretty awesome.
It was pretty legit. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, while we're going through the rest of our, while Link is going through the rest of the checks here, I guess we can talk about the remaining things to come this evening on Speed Gaming. So we have 2 in-progress races going on right now. We have the Link to the Past Randomizer Open Weekly in progress, as well as the Undertale Fall Tournament is in progress. So we have races going on there. We have Super Metroid Rando going on at 7 o'clock tonight on the main channel. Mario Kart 64 soon to follow afterwards. As well as the Zelda 1 Rando weekly race at 10, although the channel has not yet been determined for that one. So there's plenty more Rando to be seen tonight.
Rando's gonna Rando.
And if you are interested in more Super Metroid Zelda 3 Randomizer, there will be a race tomorrow evening at 9 p.m.
Which will be the normal logic seed for tomorrow. Which sometimes normal logic seeds are harder than hard logic seeds.
Yeah, because it makes you wonder, well, I didn't have to do this trick to get this item. What was the game expecting me to do?
I typically see a lot more health in hard logic seeds. A lot more.
Yeah, it makes sense because all the normal logic checks are all the items in normal logic are not in their normal locations. They're all in their hard mode locations.
Yes, exactly.
So it makes sense that you would get filled with more quote unquote junk items.
I would say my least favorite part about a randomizer is when an item you're looking for is in its vanilla location.
Oh yeah, that's always disheartening.
I believe the only item he's going to get worth any salt in this dungeon is the boots.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a while before he. Yeah, because the thing about Pod is we found all the items early this time around.
Yes, contrary to its popular name, almost everything was up.
Yeah, I think he's also going to be a little bit annoyed when he sees that lamp.
Yeah, that's a terrible, terrible location for a lamp. I don't think I've seen a location that bad for a lamp in a long time.
Those turtles were being a little annoying there.
I think those turtles are almost always annoying. Especially when you can't see them.
Yeah, this room, the dark maze is no joke either, because that fire does like, what is it? Yeah, heart of damage each.
Yeah, the Dodongos are not very nice.
And the fire shield, the tier 2 shield does not protect you from that.
That would be nice.
And it's chewing through a lot of health right now.
Yeah, they're not very nice creatures. I mean, I think a Dodongo hug hurts even more.
Yeah, I think direct impact on a Dodongo is like 2 hearts on green mail.
Something along those lines. I don't remember the exact values.
Yeah,
I'm pretty much a scrub.
Yeah, because after you pass like the 1 heart of damage, the amount of damage enemies do just goes up by full hearts. It's not like there's no 1.5 hearts or anything of that nature.
No, it's not very kind. It's usually, hey, guess what? I'm going to hit you for 3 hearts or 4 hearts or 6 hearts or 8. I do know. I believe the hardest hitting enemy in the game, hug-wise, besides the boss, is the lion. I think hugging one of them hurts a lot.
I want to say it's 4 hearts, like same as Chain Chomps, but I'm not sure. Link is actually having a real hard time getting through the maze. Has a fairy to bail him out, but cannot seem to get to the bottom right of this maze.
I mean, personally, I would bombos this room just to have less obstacles in my... But then again, I won't be in here in the dark because I'm terrible at this game and like having my cushy... I will scour the game for items that make my life easier.
Yeah, I would probably do the same thing. Although, again, you were expected to do TR before this.
Which is obnoxious enough as it is. Come on, Link, you can get through this. You can get it.
Those fireballs do act as a nice guide marker, though.
Yeah, it's a shame they pass through walls.
Yeah, but at least to let you know if you're up against a wall or something. And yep, Link just read your mind and got the idea to bomb-most the place down.
Hey man, it saves you from having to die there. At least it'll just kill off everything that's in. Takes away the hostiles anyway. Doesn't make the maze any easier, but you're not gonna die.
Yeah, Link still has to get all the way to Helmasaur King, and actually, he's already got the big key. If he knew that there was the item was just on Helmasaur, he can just zip on straight down. Because I think this chest was just a key. It was either a key or an E-tank.
I do not recall. I don't believe it's a key. If he's checked the harmless hellway already, then it's definitely not a
Yeah, I want to say... I'm just trying to remember. I think it might have been a Big 20. It was either Big 20 or missiles. There he goes.
It was rupees. 300.
That's right.
rupees.
Yeah, so it was money. Gold rupee.
I mean, you were close to the energy tank.
Yeah, I knew there was an E-tank in the big chest. I just couldn't remember where the other one was hiding.
Honestly, at this point, I would just bomb myself from Death Warp. Oh, he's got a fairy. He got a fairy. Never mind. I wouldn't do that.
Link just making sure the spike could give extra noise.
Well, that's not cool.
And that's where the reserve fairy comes in.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's getting pursued by those hard-hat beetles.
Those guys are mean, man. They're just relentless.
They go straight towards you.
It's just like the mini Helmasaurs. They're just very aggressive.
It's a good thing there aren't any wall masters in this dungeon.
Oh my goodness. You know, there is if you're on Randomizer.
Oh, yeah. I hate wall masters on Randomizer because they look weird sometimes. I mean, I know you're gonna have to improvise due to color palette codes and whatnot, but even still.
Not only that, but they always get me in a room that I'm not expecting them in because it's Randomizer, and you're not used to having them in there.
Yeah, that was the nice thing about Link Between Worlds is they gave you at least like a 10-second warning before the Wallmaster came down. In this game, it's like, what, 2?
All you hear is the pew, and you're like, oh, there it is.
Whoop, there it is.
Yeah, pretty much. I like the ones on Ocarina of Time. They gave you plenty of time.
Yeah.
And Navi was like, hey, watch out for monsters on the ceiling. You're like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, first time I played Ocarina of Time, we got, my brothers and I, we got blindsided by the wall master in the light challenge room, because I think back at the time when we were kids, we rented it, and we already had a file that was practically at completion.
I'd say the biggest roadblock for me in that game when I first played through it was Bongo Bongo. I could not figure out how to beat him for the life of me. I was like, you shoot his hands, and then what? And then what? And then finally, somebody was like, you gotta use the lens of truth. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, the Kakariko special crop. Oh wait, no, wrong area. Ooh. Link is staring death in the face. That was scary. Literally, the nanosecond he lit that torch, the guys were 1 pixel away.
Having only one sword really does not make this any easier.
No, that has been a pain in the backside the entire race.
Oh, man. Link's just been having a really... You got another fairy?
Oh, he must have picked a couple up while he was in...
I think he's got all the... I think he has all the bottles, doesn't he? No.
He has at least 2 bottles.
I'll give him props. He ain't giving up.
Well, at least the block goes visible for 3 nanoseconds while it's being pushed.
Yeah, it's helpful.
You gonna just walk right on through?
At least he's got silvers to make the second part of this fight nice and easy.
Yeah, it does have to watch out, because those fireballs still deal a lot of damage on green mail.
I believe it's 2 hearts.
I think so.
And a hug from Dino Kitty, I think, is 3 or 4. Ooh! Oh no!
Oh man, that is the wombo combo of doom right there.
He made it through all the crap to get killed at the end. No!
And that is going to
to
be game over.
Yeah, I figured he wasn't going to continue on after that. GG's.
Yeah, unfortunate way for this one to wind down, especially after such a valiant performance getting through Meridia and everything.
Yeah, he fought hard. He fought long. It was just a really hard seed today. Give him props, give him GG's, give him salutes. He was a struggler. Not a struggler. He was a fighter. He fought to the bitter.
And we'll see if he joins us up in the booth or comes into chat for a brief moment just to talk for a moment.
We will extend the olive branch. We'll see if he responds to it.
Well, in this game, could we call it extending the grappling beam?
Yeah, I suppose. Here he comes. Or maybe. Come on up, Link. Come on. There he is. Link. Welcome, GG.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that was... I played that horrendously.
It wasn't a very nice seed to anybody.
Yeah, I completely misread it too, because I saw as soon as I got Space Jump, I realized I have all the items to do Suitless Shack Tool, so I presumed that there was probably something there, and then it was just junk after taking me a couple tries to get there. Yeah, and then Dragon, and then I'm like, maybe I'll just try to kill Dragon while I'm here, and that wound up just being a mess. I think like the first time I think I might have gotten it actually, but Dragon just gave me horrendous RNG and slapped me like 4 times.
We gotta hand it to you though for tenacity for pulling all of that off. To be fair.
Yeah.
It's like Hannah, you kept hitting your head against that wall. You weren't going to stop till you got it. That's major.
Yeah, I think it was basically like as soon as I got to Dragon, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna try to do this because I figured I'm already ridiculously far behind there, and so I pretty much just was like, well, I might as well at least try to get a suitless Dragon kill just to show it off. So like Aussie, like probably as usual, god routed the seed, I presume.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, that tends to be his sticky.
The only thing he ended up passing up to make that could have made his life easier was a tempered sword in GT.
Yeah. Yeah. Did anyone wind up finding a lamp?
Yeah, it was in the big chest of Turtle Rock.
You were expected to do TR first and then go down to Pod.
Yeah. So where was Kane? Because I guess I missed that.
Kane was in Paradox Cave along with the hook shot. The mirror was in Mire Shed and the flute was on Catfish.
And the boots were on Helma, so you were really close to getting those.
Yeah, I think it was basically like I was kind of at the point where when I entered Pod where I'm like, if I take another death, I'm just gonna forfeit the race because I was just getting to that point, and I almost got that Helma fight, but then he just gave me a really unfortunate fireball pattern, and I wasn't really prepared for it. It was just unfortunate because all I needed was 1 silver arrow shot.
Yeah, I mean, after the struggle you put on going through the Dark Turtle room, we were like, come on, you got through the hard rooms, now you just get to take the boss down. And then he hits you, and it's like, oh no, poor Link.
Yeah, and then it was like the Dark Maze too. Like somehow usually I'm pretty good at doing Dark Maze in the dark, but I don't know. Today I just I got lost somewhere in there, so I wound up having to go pull up a map so I could figure out where I was and backtrack around to where I needed to go. That was also kind of odd. But yeah, it was definitely like this seed kind of had a lot of misdirection in it between like looking like suitless Meridia was a thing and like having the 2 very early red crystals that led to nothing at Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, it's not often that all of those tells end up being red herrings. And actually, although something that we were talking about before, Astor actually did not make it to the end. He was trying to hell run through Ridley because he did not get the Varia suit, which was in Hammer Pegs, and he ended up not making it out of Norfair. Whoops.
Is that Link who dropped out?
Yeah, I think my connection to Discord dropped for a second.
Okay, yeah. Well, as Captain was saying, that Asdir was trying to take out Ridley without Varia. He made it. He killed Ridley and then could not make it out, and that's when he fled.
Yeah, that's really tough to do in Randomizer, especially because it's like like in vanilla, you have E-tanks at kind of strategic locations, and you can't really depend on that in a randomizer. So, yeah, it also looked like he forfeited, like, that happened like right after Aussie finished too. So
Yeah, it was pretty close.
yeah, so I think probably between that and then seeing Aussie finish, then he probably. But yeah, definitely a rude seed, but
It's definitely not been one of the nicer ones I've seen in late. I've usually seen the harder seeds to be on the normal logic, though. The hard logics have been fairly generous as of late, but this one was very not so nice. Not so nice.
yeah. And I think like the last time I was doing one of these races, wound up being a seed where Suitless Shack Tool wound up being required. So
yeah, it wasn't too long ago that was required. Not too long ago.
yeah. So yeah, I was thinking, like, as soon as I saw that spaceship, I'm like, not again, not another one of these. But at least the Suitless Shack Tool part, like, I was practicing that a little bit before the race, so I was prepared for that. But yeah, it was just some of the other stuff. Yeah, and then like Fantoon, for some reason, I just had way more trouble with than I should have.
Everybody's allowed to have a bad day, man.
Yeah.
Doing a Fantoon with power suit and 3 energy tanks is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's a tough fight, but I feel like I made a lot of really dumb mistakes, so that cost me a lot of health in my failed attempts. So, and even the one that I was successful, I still made a bunch of mistakes in. But yeah, unless you got any other questions for me, I guess I'll just say GG to Azure and Aussie, and thanks to you two for commentating.
Thank you for running.
Thank you for having the courage to rebroadcast yourself and put yourself on the restream. It takes a measure of courage to be able to do that, to have so many people watch you, and even if you struggle, to be able to do that, people still want to see you. So, GG to you, GG to everybody else. It is time for us to wrap up, though. Captain's already gone through all the other stuff that's already happening on this channel or any of the Speed Gaming Network channels tonight. Give the streamers, the runners, a follow. We have those never mind, we don't have those in chat, but you can give myself, Captain MD, or Ike here, our tracker, who did a wonderful job keeping up with all of the insanity today. I am Simplified Dog, and Captain MD will have the final word.
Well, I guess with that, like you said, I've already said my piece, so I'm just going to say thank you guys all for watching, and we hope to see you. If you're looking for more SMZ3 again, it'll be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you folks then, and have a great night. We'll see you next time.